You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled with Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93.
I'll be damned. Let me tell you something, Josh. I got to tell you something before we get into, greeting our listening audience and all that.
I got to warn you real quick.
What?
I can't keep a secret.
Oh, it's okay.
If this is a secret.
No. This is
I
nothing.
don't know if I can promise I'm not going to divulge it.
This is nothing personal. No. You're fine. I had just fallen back asleep, and then your show intro started, and it woke me up.
Well, you know what? I guess that's pretty good for a morning show, right? Get some folks out of bed, get on with their day.
Yeah. But I mean, I had just gotten comfortable. You know what I mean? Nodded off. I was almost fully unconscious, and then the show intro started, and now we're live. I am awake, right?
Yeah, good morning.
I'm not dreaming.
Chaos.
What a terrible dream.
Chaos.
Just kidding.
I mean, wouldn't that be something?
Well, don't you guys have quite a bit of work dreams? I have them all the time. I had
all
a
the
couple
time.
last night.
Yeah, I just had one last night, too.
I don't know. Once every few months, I have a work dream. Sure.
Oh, I do plenty of times. It's usually about like equipment not working, or all of a sudden realize, oh my gosh, we're completely unprepared, have no idea what to do.
God.
For me, it's usually we have a guest on that's like a terrible person or like really controversial, and we're trying to like figure it out on air, and it's awful. It's so much stress, and I wake up and I'm like, we would never have that person on air.
There really aren't any happy work dreams, are they? Are there, I should say. There really aren't any happy
It's like
work.
stress.
Yes, if ever I have a work dream, yes, it's a disaster. It's a nightmare. And then I wake up and say, oh, thank Christ that didn't really happen.
I wonder if anybody does, if anybody has a dream and they're like, oh, crap, I got this awesome promotion in my dream. I wish that was real or something.
Yeah, and what job is that? Because I would want that job.
I think most of them are negative.
Yeah, I've never heard anybody say, oh, I had this incredible work dream. I've had people say they had an incredible work dream about a coworker
Yeah.
that got intimate in some way.
Sex dream. That's a sex dream. That's not a work dream. At any rate, I'm awake now. I'm good to go. It's a big day. We welcome you to the program. It's another beautiful Wednesday morning. You were saying something, Josh, about a text message?
Yeah, so Chaos Coordinator, I got to grab this again. She texted in and said, good morning, you dirty bitches. And this is a callback to yesterday, said, all right then.
Oh.
All right then was a big part of yesterday's first break.
It was.
That was uttered in an angry way, and I made fun of it to Nick, and then Nick promised to get me back at some point when I least expect it.
When you least expect it is the key to it all. Appreciate you listening and following along so closely there, Chaos Coordinator Sheezes. So here we go. Today is a little different than most for a couple of reasons, so I'm glad I woke up. For a couple different reasons, today might be special. Some folks are saying, they're saying that there's an outside chance that aliens make contact with us today. Now, would that be a first? No aliens have ever called us here on Earth?
Depends on who you ask, right?
Depends on who you talk to?
I'll tell you, I mean, there's so many videos released lately from the military saying, we don't know what the hell this flying object is. We're not so sure. And
I think that's what they're referencing here, Josh.
Yeah, and then people have predicted today's the date with some stuff passing by Earth. And there's some, like, Harvard scientists that are saying if it's going to happen, today's the day. Some people are suggesting they've already sent, like, drones and probes to prepare us for today, just to get ready for the introduction.
Is there going to be a fight?
I hope not, because I've got a Halloween party to attend to.
A Halloween
And
party?
I don't want that getting in the way.
Okay.
They are going to be very disappointed.
You think so?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they're showing up.
Like, this place is screwed.
We used to be a place worth visiting, I think.
Yeah.
It's taken these aliens so friggin' long to get their act together and show up, right? We've been hearing about this for decades and decades and decades. The aliens are going to show up. No, they'll be here. They're just running a little behind. It's taken them so stinking long to get their together. And that's going to be a real shame for them to show up now. We're at our worst now. They should have stopped by 30 years ago or so. We were kind of fun and cool back then. Now we're just awful. So, yeah, this is Ashley's right. They're going to be so disappointed. We've become such scumbags.
If you show up to another planet, do you bring like a bottle of wine, or what's the protocol when you're just going to be a guest on somebody else's planet?
It's the same. You were asking about this Halloween party a couple of days ago. What do you bring?
What do you bring for
Don't bring
the
anything.
hosts?
Don't bring anything. Just show up. Just show up. So
Where should we take them? Like, I'd love to show them the Mall of America. I know people call it a tourist trap, but I think it's worth it, personally.
I think they'd love the Mall of America, and I think they'd love the Duluth Lift Bridge. I don't know.
For sure,
Yeah,
we could take them up to Duluth.
Take them to Duluth.
I mean, the weather's a little chilly. Maybe we could take them on a yacht on Lake Minnetonka or something.
The weather's a little chilly,
So
he says.
we could get, I mean, who knows what they're used to, what their environment is.
We don't know their friggin' environment. Here's the story. There are, like Josh mentioned, Harvard professors and scientists. Well, Mr. Scientist, with all your theories and there's also just straight up, sci-fi dorks who truly believe that today is the day. And this would be a first, according to most, the first time the aliens have finally shown up and said, look, we've been out there this whole time. We're just a little slow. That's the word. Aliens from outer space. Here's why. Here's why all this hubbub is being thrown back and forth. A bunch of websites are talking about this comet from outside our solar system. They say it's been zipping past us the past few months. There it goes again, folks with their telescopes. Whoop, 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 there it is. It keeps whizzing around the skies. It's only the third of its kind we've ever seen, this particular comet. And I know Dick Tracy about this kind of stuff. I failed all of these classes, so help me if you think I'm making very little sense. It's only the third time we've ever spotted this type of a comet, and it's going this way, and then it disappears for a while, then it goes that way. These scientists say it's about the size of Manhattan. Okay, so some of these people, scientists, Harvard types, all the way down to your typical Star Trek dork, they don't think it's a comet. They think it's a mothership. And it's headed our way.
That'd be pretty sweet, I guess.
Is this going to be one of those things where, like, the people who predict, like, today is doomsday, and then it doesn't happen, and they say, wow, we got a couple calculations wrong. It's actually coming up in 2 months.
Probably.
And then just kind of do that same song and dance over and over
If you're
again.
asking if I think this is really going to happen today, my answer is no. But right, there's all types that step up and say, well, this is it. Told you some bitches, it's happening today, and then it doesn't happen at all, and then they spin some kind of, so one of my best friends does that monthly.
Oh, yeah, we've been peppered with that before.
Yeah.
Here it comes. You guys are idiots, and then there's always an excuse that's never that person. It's never on that person.
No.
Or the person they heard it from. It's never on them either. It's somebody else. I'd give them a piece of guidance if these aliens show up today. I think a lot of people will be friendly. I would recommend stay away from any truck that has the word ice on the side of it because they're going to kick your ass right out of here. you're gone.
Would that be something?
They'll grab them by the back of the neck and the belt loop and just throw them right back onto that mothership.
It's not the scientists like it was in E.T. No.
No.
If you see that truck, run.
So, a lot of folks, well, maybe I shouldn't say a lot. There are some people out there that don't think this comet that's been whizzing by now and again, they don't think it's a comet at all. They think it's a mothership loaded with possibly dangerous aliens. It's millions of miles away right now. It's on the other side of the sun.
I'll tell you what, the only movie that's ever given me the heebie-jeebies is The Fourth Kind. The pseudo documentary where they're interviewing people about their experience with aliens. And maybe it was because the entire family was out of town. The house we were renting at the time, the back was all woods, and there's a lot of wood scenes in the movie. And I never turned lights on. That's the only time I've ever, out of fear, kind of jogged up the stairs to go to bed and turned a light on.
I remember.
I've never had a movie do that to me.
You've been talking about this movie and how much it scared you for a long, long time. The name of it again is what?
The Fourth Kind.
Okay. I should try to take the time to watch it someday. Another listener here, Jack Rabbit Jesus, is recommending that I watch something called Life Force. Are you familiar with that?
Mm-mm.
He says if you haven't watched Life Force, you need to. So maybe Jack Rabbit Jesus is one of these believers that thinks the aliens are going to be here today. So the mothership is on the other side of the sun. It's millions of miles away. So why are certain people predicting today is the day they show up? They say this is the reason. If it is aliens, if this is a mothership, today's the best day for them to change course by firing their boosters and using the sun's gravity as a slingshot, and they'll be here in no time. I have no idea if that makes sense at all, but
Yeah.
that's...
So I'm looking at Life Force, the movie Life Force. Came out in '85,
Yeah.
and it stars none other than Patrick Stewart
Oh, sure.
from Star Trek,
Star Trek.
The Next Generation. And apparently it's about a race of space vampires that arrive in London.
Oh, no.
Okay.
That's double scary. Space vampires.
Oh my gosh.
That sounds kind of fun.
Oh, it looks like it's on Prime Video. I wonder if that's included with your subscription.
I talked about this last week, but the only alien movie that ever really freaked me out was the movie Signs. That stayed with me for a while. And I think it's because they didn't show so much alien. It was just like your thoughts messed with you so much.
That movie to me it was just stressful. Not really scary. It's just a constant level of stress.
And
That's true.
Mel Gibson was absolutely terrible in that movie. Anyway, so the other theory going around from the people who believe these are aliens and not just a comet, they believe it's a mothership that's circling Earth. These people say these aliens aren't stupid. They know that we can see them. They know we have all the telescopes and all the fancy schmancy stuff pointed at outer space. They know we're watching them. And because of this proximity to the sun and the fact that the sun's gravity could shoot them here to Earth quite easily today, today's the day they might want to reach out and say hi because they know we've been watching them. Or today's the day they might want to swing by and kill every last one of us. Nobody's sure.
Can we at least wait till the World Series is over to do that?
Wouldn't that be cruel of them?
Yeah.
That'd be cruel to America specifically. A guy at Harvard has been pushing this alien theory. He joked around, Josh, that if you're planning a vacation, maybe go before the 29th of October, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, somebody commented on that and said yes, because all of the aliens are bringing jobs, so you're going to have to go back to work.
That's an interesting twist to that.
Oh, my God, the aliens.
I haven't had time to really read through or proofread these text messages, so I'll just go for it. Smoking meats and clapping cheeks, Jesus said Close Encounters of the Third Kind freaked him out as a kid.
Clapping cheeks.
Smoking meats and clapping cheeks.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind is one of my favorite motion pictures, although it takes so friggin' long to get to the good stuff. But Richard Dreyfuss is terrific in that movie. I love the way that's played out at the end.
Love My Forerunner, Other Yard Waste, Faith, Believe in Jesus, said the movie that scared him the most was Fire in the Sky.
That's the one I was going to bring up. That terrified me as a child.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Fun movie. Absolutely brutal acting in the movie. Just awful. With the exception of James Garner, of course.
Again, I haven't had time to go through all these, so I'm just going to read them on the fly. This person said, I wouldn't mind taking a ride on Josh's mothership.
Oh, man.
You son of a bitch.
Of a buck.
On the last day of humanity, they still got to go after your mother.
Good point, Dana.
Come on.
We're supposed to join together in unity today.
Yeah, give the guy a day off.
Fire in the Sky is an
Oh,
old song
excellent.
by Ozzy Osbourne from 1988 off the No Rest for the Wicked album.
I love that song.
It has nothing to do with the movie, but of course, whenever we talk about the movie, I think about the song. Yeah, Fire in the Sky is a fun movie. Unfortunately, it might have been the worst collection of actors in the history of film. So I guess hang on to something.
Anybody got anything they want to confess since we're all going to get zapped by aliens later today?
Nope.
Confess.
Bang your mom.
Yeah, you had a feeling. I had a feeling.
I nicked myself manscaping yesterday. I don't know if that's
Oh.
necessarily a confession, but I got to get it out there.
And the old man, too, Dana.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, for Christ's sake, while we're fessing up.
I saw you guys hit it off at the VFW a couple weeks ago.
He was begging for it. Anyway, today's the day. Today's the day.
What do we bring them? Like a Juicy Lucy?
Why are you so worried about
Well,
bringing
I want to be a
them
good
thi-
host. Like a fried walleye sandwich, meatloaf.
We bring them the young.
Oh, you want to offer them
No.
sacrifice?
We sacrifice the young. That's what we give them our children, is what we do. I think they'll be satisfied with that. They're not going to take a walleye sandwich. We sacrifice the young ones for our freedom.
I think Ashley's going to stab you.
Yeah, I'm good on that. do not touch him.
She just kicked into mom mode, and I don't want to piss off any moms.
We push the children at them.
No.
Take the children. Let the rest of us live.
Moms have an extra gear when it comes to protecting their kids.
And the aliens say, that's what they say back to
Oh
us.
gosh, what if you just said something really offensive to them?
They're already on the way. They're pissed as it. Then what am I going to do? I'm going to make it worse. The aliens say, and what that means is we don't want your children. We want your women. And then, Josh, we push all the women. Take the women. We'll survive without them.
This is a callback from yesterday, but somebody said, show them how to put Zyn pouches in their butt.
You guys want to boof some Zen?
Ashley, these are advanced beings. They already know about Zyn pouches in the butt or under the foreskin. They're so far advanced. Isn't that what we always hear? That's the story everyone always toes around. You know, they're so far advanced beyond what we. No, they're not.
That would be hilarious if aliens did come to Earth and they were just so dumb.
Yeah, if it's taken them this long to get here, they're friggin' dumb.
And what if there were some of those people that think they're hilarious, but they suck at telling jokes, and we
Yeah.
got to just sit through it? Like,
Oh, yeah.
and just the polite laughter after a while, we just can't do it anymore.
They've
I can't
got-
fake laugh.
They're dumb as balls. They've got jack squat for a sense of humor. This could be a miserable day for all of it. They're boring. They go on and tell you.
Yeah, they start to argue about how, somebody's arguing with the pilot of the ship saying how they would have got here.
Right.
They took the wrong road.
They tell an elongated story about the trip, and how we had a breakdown over there, and then we had to stop here. And
I
they're
think we
like,
woke up around 6. Maybe it was 6:15.
Back in my day, we had to fly through the nebula up hills both ways.
Wouldn't that be something after all this time? Some of us have been talking about our entire lives is when are the aliens going to show up, right? They finally show up today, and they're a bunch of boring donkeys, and we just can't get rid of them.
And they don't realize that we know some stuff too, and they're trying to get us with the pull my finger trick.
Yeah.
We're not falling for that.
If it's taken them this long to get here, then I don't think they're as bright as everyone makes them out to be.
HVAC/R and stuff has turned it around on you, Nick. Said, what if the aliens, they do show up and they take all the children, fly away and blow up the planet? Wouldn't that be something?
They take
That
all
would
of our...
that would turn it around on you for sure.
Oh, after...
Give them a new
Oh,
life.
I'm sorry.
yes,
happy
bring
life.
them our children.
We think we've given them our children in trade for safety.
Our safety,
yeah,
yes.
and then they blow us up anyway. I mean, whatever. A lot of us would welcome that in the first place.
Poopfoot Jesus said, the aliens, they start arguing with their spouse about what day last week something happened.
They're just as dumb as possible, and now we've got another problem on our hands.
What should we have for dinner? I don't know. What do you want? What are you in the mood for?
Some law kicks in where each of us has to take at least one alien into our home. You know, now the sumbitch is going to live here. It's enough that they showed up without an invitation, but now each of us has to take one to live. Come on. Just our luck. The way things have been going lately is probably how it would play out. Look, everyone's got to take an alien. What, these boring bastards with the long stories and the... I gotta
You gotta feed them and clothe them.
They tell you meandering stories about their dreams they had the night before.
I mean, would it kill you to buy one of your own beers just once?
Oh, man. Yeah, alien.
How come you never have any cash, man?
Alien Donnie never has any cash on him. Alien Donnie wants to go to the bar every night, though, doesn't he? He wants to watch the ball game. Does Alien Donnie have any money? No, I don't got any money. I left my checkbook back at the house. That's what it's going to be. Right. All the worst elements. Alien Donnie bitches all the time about how he doesn't have a girlfriend. I don't have a girlfriend. Well, go out and get a girlfriend, Alien Donnie.
That's because you're a douchebag, Donnie.
Yeah, look in the mirror, maybe, Alien Donnie. That's why you don't have a friggin' girlfriend. You're a boring douche. You never have any money on you. He hasn't got a car. You got to give him a ride everywhere.
I don't want them to come now.
No, I don't want him anywhere near us.
This doesn't sound fun anymore.
Alien Donnie. What are you going to friggin' do? I heard rumors that today is, speaking of today being different, I heard rumors that today is everybody's last chance at the 5K a day monies. That's what I heard.
Yep, this is it. This is all there is.
You got 5 different times to pay attention today for your shot at that $1,000. 6, which is right now, 10, noon, 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. The number to text us is 95819. The number to text is 95819. Text the national keyword GRAB to 95819 right now for a chance to win. We're going to go ahead and sext you back to confirm things. Dirty data and messaging rates may apply. Texting and driving is for the stupid people. Good luck today. It's your last chance. All right. Later on, we'll talk to Randy Shaver. Brad Ryder, too.
Oh, yeah. Wednesday.
7:30. And the stupid news is coming up next on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled with Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals, of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.
Thursday Night Football is on, and it's only on Prime Video. This week, it's an AFC clash with the Baltimore Ravens when they meet the Miami Dolphins. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with football's best party, TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. Not a Prime member? Not a problem. Simply sign up for a 30-day free trial. It's the Ravens and Dolphins, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Prime Video. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Sure. You know, if you're just joining us and you missed our initial on-air conversation, today is the day that a lot of folks have been waiting on their entire lives. Some folks say aliens are coming today. The aliens will be here today. They've been roaming around this way, that way. They're hiding behind the sun, but here in a handful of hours, they're going to shoot off their power boosters or whatever on the mothership, and they'll be here by noon, 1. Today's the day we've all been waiting for. So we'll get back to you on that when it happens. We got to talking a little bit about aliens. One side conversation we had was alien movies that freaked us out. Ashley, she didn't like that Signs.
No, thank you.
It gave her the creeps despite Mel Gibson's lack of acting skills. And Josh didn't like a movie called something.
Oh, I loved the movie, The Fourth Kind, but it gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Fourth Kind. Got a text from a listener named Chris who said he got so freaked out by E.T. that he barfed on the guy sitting in front of him.
Oh, no.
He was a little kid, and he went to go see E.T. at the theater, and E.T. freaked him out so bad, he threw up on the guy in front of him.
He's such a cute little guy, though.
Who, this Chris?
No, E.T. Well,
E.T.
maybe Chris is, too. I don't know.
E.T. was kind of hideous looking.
Chris did want you to say hello to him, Ashley, if you would.
Hello, Chris.
I'm guessing that might make him feel a little better.
Threw up all over the movie theater.
I've never had an experience like that at a movie theater, but I did once walk into a women's bathroom, and I was very embarrassed as a kid.
That'll happen.
Little kid. I'll never forget the look on her face. The complete disgust and shock.
How old were you?
Third grade, maybe. Or no. I was older than that. Oh, God. I'm embarrassed because the first movie I saw was Top Gun. So I was maybe 6th or 7th grade for some reason.
You were in 6th or 7th grade. You walked into the wrong head.
Yeah.
And
I
you
still think that's on her for giving you a weird look. You're just a young kid.
Yeah, but actually the
Your fault.
stall was locked, and I started to kind of crawl underneath it. I was that dumb.
Oh, man.
But she was in there.
You were a
yeah.
6th or 7th grade kid, and you were crawling under a locked...
And maybe I might be forgetting exactly where I was.
I would hope you weren't...
This was actually 2 weeks ago, now that I think about it, at a Panera. Yeah, now that the details are coming back.
I would hope you weren't 13 years old.
No,
and you
I must have been younger. That doesn't sound right. But I
Encountered-
definitely did that as a kid.
Did you see her ass or anything like that?
No, just her face.
Hello.
And you couldn't tell the difference? Oh,
no, I could
tell. Chicks are shady.
Wonder what she's up to nowadays.
Chicks are shady. They do stuff. You can't deny it. I can prove it. That's where we're starting off today's Stupid News Report. What do you make of this one right here? A gal in New Jersey. She made herself a late-night booty call. And God bless her for that.
I remember those days.
That's how you do it right there, Cubby. I love that game back when I was an active and willing and wildly intoxicated participant. I loved that late-night thing that we had going there for a while. So
yeah, I mean, it was just the classic. It was easy. You
Yep.
up? That's all you had to say. Everybody knew what that meant.
Ah, man. So this gal in New Jersey that I was telling you about, Taja is her name, okay? Taja. She's 35 years old. She called up a surefire late-night rod donor. 4 o'clock in the godforsaken a.m. it was. 4 a.m.
Whoa.
I don't know if I've ever had a booty call that late. I mean, that's pretty much like early the next day.
Right.
Yeah.
So Taja heads on over to this dude's place at 4 a.m. because he said, hell yeah, come on over. I'll fire you into the weeds real quick, he said. But when Taja got to the dude's place, some bitch had fallen asleep. He's out cold.
That sucks.
I've done that.
You've done exactly.
I've had that happen. I did the exact same thing.
You had a woman on the way?
And it fell asleep. Yeah.
Taja got over to dude's place. He's out cold. So you know what Taja did? She burned the poor bastard's house down.
He must have been something else.
She burned it down to the screws. And now she's looking at, obviously, serious charges, aggravated arson and such. And she gone. To the women's penitentiary she goes for the next 6.5 years.
Ooh.
The poor dude, now homeless, he goes by the very cool-sounding name of Curtis Stokes. He told the cops, yeah, I invited Taja over so they could fold each other in half. He said that Taja was his, quote, side chick.
I'd imagine girls don't like that. Or Ashley, would that not bother you?
I guess it depends how much I like him.
There's great detail on how this was all set up. Totally unnecessary information, but nonetheless interesting. According to Curtis Stokes, she texted him at 4 a.m. Her text said, hello. And Curtis straight up and simply responded with, quote, bring your ass. And that's all Taja needed to hear. She was on her way. Because obviously Curtis is a stone pimp. But like I said, by the time Taja showed up at the house, Curtis had fallen out cold, asleep. She knocked on the door over and over. Curtis didn't hear jack squat. And at that point, the text messages from Taja changed a little bit.
Bring your ass.
Taja texted the following after she got to the house and knocked, and Curtis didn't answer the door. Taja texted, you wasted my money to come out here? Then she texted, you smoked. Then she texted, oh, I see you want to die.
That's such an escalation.
And then she texted, I swear to God, I hope you die.
She really wanted it.
Taja, yeah, who's going to scratch that itch? Taja,
Honestly, she must be either tough to please or he is so good at it. She was that disappointed.
she wandered, at that point, she wandered her horny and angry carcass over to a gas station. She bought up some lighter fluid, some matches, and a cigarette lighter in case the matches didn't work or she wasn't bright enough to know how to use them. She went back to Curtis' house and set the bitch afire.
If I was a person working the register at 4:30 in the morning, I might be a little bit concerned with that purchase she just made.
Yeah, hopefully she had some other stuff to kind of mask that.
Right, yeah.
Marshmallows, some s'mores skewers, chocolate graham crackers. Hopefully something right where nobody's going to go, what the hell?
Now,
This is a starter kit for murder.
Curtis damn near woke up dead. He told the cops he woke up to the smell of smoke, and he damn near didn't make it out the house. The front door was fully engulfed in fire. He came out of this with first and second degree burns. He had to, and I bet he was tired when this was over, he had to forcefully remove an entire window frame to escape with his pimp life. Damn, Taja. Ow.
What? Oh, you hit that too hard, didn't you?
Just smacked the,
Yeah, that did look like you hit it a little
the,
hard.
the tip of my finger, and my hands are cold, and I smashed it into the...
Do you guys, now you're married, everybody here, do you think there should be a fair ups as far as who was the last to be with another person before you got married? Because the last booty call text I ever remember was to my wife, and she never got back to me. And I thought, well, She must have fallen asleep. But the truth was, she had responded to a previous booty call. This is, before we were engaged or like committed to each other.
The night that you wanted her.
I got too late.
She was, some other dude had her plugging her ears with her big toes.
Yeah, and I don't like that description.
What do you think they were doing with it?
She's a long-time dancer, does yoga, very flexible, so it's a possibility. So that's why it hurts a little bit.
Some other dude was just wheelbarreling her around the apartment.
Oh, dude.
And you were there going, "Hello, are you there?" with the text messages.
What's going on? I'm horny.
Some
Come
other
on over if you're horny.
on that night. You're saying there was some other dude that she responded to before you texted.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what she
And
was
he-
doing. Do you have any idea what she was doing? I don't know what she was doing.
Some other guy was tossing that salad.
She's never had her salad tossed in her life.
Nah, they were just chilling, watching TV,
They were
Josh.
studying, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
anyway, she doesn't get back to me.
Nope. No fair ups, Cubby. You lose.
Okay,
You
dang
just
it.
got to suck it up, dude.
Because that was it. After that, I just thought, I can't have her doing whatever Nick said she's doing. Maybe we should be a couple. I didn't realize that I wanted to be a couple, and that was kind of it. So
I'm
she
sorry.
was-
You don't get your fair ups.
and it was a hurtful last at bat was hurtful to me. So I kind of think like I should have got a fair
It
up.
might have hurt her a little bit, too, depending on what they were doing.
Oh, you know the guy was jacked.
You know what
Yeah,
I
of
mean?
course. Okay, Dana, you're right. He was. And he was way more successful, better looking, everything.
Well, at least you're not holding on to it.
No, I barely remember a thing.
Might have been painful for her, too, at least a little bit at first.
No.
One of my favorite late night text messages I ever got in my 20s was a friend of mine. She lived in the same building as me. She texted me about like 1:30 in the morning. Hey, I struck out at the bar tonight. You want to come over? I'm like, I'm fine being the backup plan. No skin off my back.
I've never, ever, Dana, had a problem being a woman's,
Last resort?
yeah.
Most men don't have an issue with that, I'm guessing.
That last call. Mm-hmm. They turn the lights up in the bar. Got to pair up with somebody.
Just looks at you and go, you'll do.
Never had a problem with that.
All right, so you guys think now you don't get fair ups.
No, you don't.
That's not how it works. Which means to me, all of you were probably the last one. None of you were in my situation.
Yeah.
I can read between the pretty obvious lines here.
I don't want my wife to get fair ups.
But do you think that my wife should stop calling his name out in bed when we're together? I mean, Jesus, we've been married almost 20 years now.
That's a reasonable request, I think.
And should she take down the picture of him off the bathroom mirror?
Yes! That's what I think. Thank
Tough.
you, Dana, for the support.
Tough night for you back then, huh?
They were not studying anatomy, you jerk, whoever texted that in.
You texted her and said, sup, no answer.
Nothing. I thought, well,
All the while, she's in some other guy's house with his 3-4 buddies.
Dude,
when did they get there?
I'd be honest, Josh, good for you, because I would have been like, oh, peace out.
Oh, you would have just given up?
Yeah.
You're at
like,
home.
I'm not about that.
Let me get this right again. You're at home by yourself. You're texting her. No answer.
Yeah, nothing. So I figured she fell asleep.
She's filming a bukkake movie at
What?
Wait, let me.
at a sauna.
Wait,
she's
why
at-
did she tell you this?
She doesn't know how to operate a camera. That's. Oh, wait a minute. You're saying she was on camera?
Yeah, they
That's
had an official production crew there and
That's
everything.
disgusting.
Yeah,
Seriously.
how do you know all this? Ashley wants to know.
How do I know all what?
That your wife must have told you, hey, the night that you. How do you know that?
Yeah. She said she was with this guy.
Wow.
Guys.
No, guy, singular. You guys
hurts.
suck at English.
All right.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to know. The next day, did she tell you that's what she was doing, or was this, a year, 2 years in your relationship where she finally spilled the beans?
Oh, it was the next day. I mean, like I said, we weren't official at that time, so we were open about that kind of thing.
Yeah, but still, wow. I probably would have
She did not
been
take
a little bit nicer about, or not. I might not have told somebody that.
She earlier I was joking that I can't keep a secret. She can't. She can't.
Oh, I forgot about
We
that.
both
yeah.
are not good liars.
She
Man.
goes into detail about what happened.
She did not take a trip to Pound Town. You know what? You people are mean.
What the hell do you think she was doing over there? Wake up, Cubby.
She had a sleepover. What are you doing at sleepovers? You tell secrets, pillow
Pillow
fights,
fight?
yeah,
While we're talking dirty here,
pizza rolls.
while we're talking dirty, we're going to swing by a place called Scottsdale, Arizona. You know, I've been there.
Oh, you have?
I went to Scottsdale, Arizona once. I did. Hot. It's awful hot.
Seems hot.
And
I'd imagine on a golfing trip.
No.
probably-
This was just a vacation. You hang out, you drink, you hit up the bars. Nothing. There were no activities involved. I'll tell you this much, Cubby. I'd never in my life seen so many blondes in jean skirts than when I visited. How do you call the town again?
Is it like
Scottsdale.
a college town? I guess
Yeah. College town. A guy and a gal down that way. They're currently on the run from the local cops. They broke smooth into a restaurant in Scottsdale. What are we doing over there?
Showing Ashley a text.
You were showing Ashley a text? You don't want to talk about it?
My wife texted me.
You don't want me to call
She's
attention to it?
listening. She said, "Tell Ashley we were just friends because you didn't want a relationship before that." So
Now I understand why she told you. That was a smart
All right,
move.
we got to take a time out from all this stupid news now. So originally when you and your wife were seeing each other, you told her you didn't want a relationship?
those were my slut years at that time, and I just mentioned, I don't think I want a relationship.
That doesn't sound like you.
I know. Like I said, I was different. It was like 2 years. I usually am a relationship guy, and it was just like 2 years, late 20s, where I just wasn't.
What was it you didn't like about her?
It had nothing to do with her.
Dude.
Come on.
But now I
Talk.
understand what she was doing. That's a smart move.
Oh, you
She
think this
was
was
off.
calculated?
Yeah. Oh,
she
absolutely.
went off and got it on with those 5-6 guys in that sauna in Minneapolis
Just more and more men.
to send a message to Cubby is your theory.
Yep.
Well, then message received. And she did not go to Browntown.
Browntown.
Stop it.
What the hell is Brown? You didn't want a relationship with her, but you ended up in
With anybody. No, I didn't.
with her.
No, anybody. Yeah. Anybody.
But you said you're usually a relationship guy.
Most often, yes.
What was it about your wife at the time that you didn't like?
You see, I think you're misunderstanding. It was I didn't want a relationship with anybody, especially her.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I didn't mean that.
Oh no.
I don't know why I said that.
This is really spiraling.
This is getting so much worse.
Yeah, guys always fall for that move.
I'm not buying it because that's not you.
Well, I didn't have a girlfriend at the time. I just wasn't wanting one.
All right. We'll get back to Josh's situation here in just a minute. You got to hear about this couple in Scottsdale, Arizona. A guy and a gal. They're young. They're on the run because they broke into a restaurant in Scottsdale. Again, near 4 in the morning. And these two idiots, they took some things. They snatched $450 cash out of the restaurant. They stole some hooch and a telephone for what reason, I have no idea. A telephone?
A landline?
Maybe they're going to bring it to a lab and figure out what it is, depending on their age.
Hello.
It's supposed to be an antique. It must be worth money.
They stole the telephone. Security cameras recorded everything. And I mean everything. Because you know what else they did while they were inside the restaurant? They boinked. Which is just disgusting and disrespectful. Dude bent the gal over like a couple of dogs at a park and they boinked.
Like Josh's wife the night he texted her for a booty call.
You know, earlier I complimented you, Dana.
Did I just betray you?
Yeah, I take that compliment back.
And like I told you, it's all on video. One of the restaurant's managers, she watched the security video. She watched the two of them bump. And she called the whole thing bizarre, violating, and just weird. But it did the trick for me, she said. I'm kidding. She didn't say.
I guess you could consider this like a bed, so to speak. I mean, sort of a hideaway, if you will, but they had other options. This just doesn't make sense.
That was her. She said it doesn't make sense. So anyways, these two F buddies are on the loose, and the police fear that they're possibly looking to bust a nut in more eating establishments there in Scottsdale.
They got a taste
It's
for
such
it.
a happy and positive place, so the fact that they did that on our establishment is just so disturbing. Like, this isn't the place for it. Yes, we're full of romance and happiness, but that's not what we're wanting here.
Boy, she had a lot of upwards inflections at the end of her words.
Yeah,
didn't
she's
she?
like in a good mood, it sounds like.
This is a happy place. We like to have people come in and have dinner. But then they came into our restaurant after hours and they violated it. And we're concerned about it. Okay, Josh, let's get back to you real quick. If you're just tuning in.
I prefer not to.
Josh mentioned that back when he and his wife were just dating, there was a night where he texted her for a late night booty call, but she never answered. And she told him the reason why she never answered was because she was off with a group of men
No, that's not the story.
having sex with them
No, one guy.
instead of Josh. There are a few listeners who have texted in and they want to know one thing, Josh, about that night in particular.
Yeah.
Where was your mother that evening?
Who do you think was holding the camera? Dana, what the hell, dude?
Poor Josh.
I might as well just jump in on it.
Yeah, you may. Yeah.
Come on, you can give it to her harder than that.
Kind of like that 8 Mile thing. If you make fun of yourself and kind of take the wind out of everybody else's sails.
Oh, there's always going to be 3-4 of these situations come this time of year. Halloween is what I mean by that when I say this time of year. There's always going to be a few of these. In a place called Mineola, it's in the southern United States, somebody's outdoor Halloween decorations has the neighborhood rattled. Okay? This time around, these folks set up a strip bar type scene on their front porch. The strippers and customers are skeletons, if you can picture such a thing. There are skeletons sitting in chairs, smoking cigars and drinking beers, while another skeleton is swinging from a pole. Is this up on our website, Ashley?
Yeah, it is.
Thank you.
I think this is funny.
Right?
I do too.
Are you following what I'm saying? There's skeletons sitting in chairs. They're acting like they're customers.
I mean, how naked or sexy can a skeleton be?
Right. So, you know how it works. Half the neighbors love this bit, the other half are disgusted, and the other half are undecided.
How are we supposed to explain it to our children?
They're not going to have any idea what it is.
Ooh, on the neighborhood social media page.
Those are always fun.
Is it possible, Josh, that my neighborhood has its own social media page and I've been missing out this entire time?
Yeah, it definitely does. I'm sure it does. There's Facebook pages, Nextdoor. I liked Nextdoor until it got crazy, negative, and political.
Oh, I'm sure.
Says here on their neighborhood social media page, the neighborhood where this skeleton strip show is happening, a debate has started over, there you go, Ashley, whether it's suitable for kids walking to school. On that social media neighborhood page, or however I say that, one feller said, I don't see stripping as an art, whether it's skeletons or cartoons. I wouldn't want my kids exposed to that stuff. And then another commenter said, if you want to see it as sexual, that's your take. Does it show the skeleton removing clothing? How do you know it's a female or a male skeleton?
That is a good point.
Yeah.
And then some snitch in the neighborhood has alerted the all-powerful Homeowners Association
Oh, I hate them.
and told the Homeowners Association about the stripping skeletons. But the Homeowners Association upped and said there's not a damn thing they can do about the display because Halloween decorations are allowed.
That's kind of shocking. I've had a couple HOAs, and they're very, very difficult to deal with in my experience.
This is one of
Just
those
stupid stuff about, your garage door's open too long, or you have to immediately bring your garbage cans back up. Can't have a flag on Flag Day.
I always find this conversation interesting because similar to the DMV, For my entire life, I've heard story after story and joke after joke. Comedians love to talk about the DMV, and it's always like, it's so miserable. The line is so long. Everyone's so stupid. I've never had even one negative experience at the DMV my entire life, similar to homeowners associations. I hear all these stories, and when I was living in a townhome community, I never heard from them once on anything. So it's always interesting to me to hear these terrible stories.
Yeah, obviously it just depends on who's running it. You know, some big companies do. Sometimes it's just neighbors.
I didn't even know they existed until I was there for a year, and someone said the homeowners, and I said, the what? So anyway...
Where we're at now, we were told that, there's a homeowners association, and I thought, shoot, I hope they're not too tough to deal with. But we lucked out because we never got a bill, and I'm asking, like, well, what's going on? You know, I don't want to get yelled at. Can somebody figure this out? The homeowners association ends at our neighbor's house. So
That's awesome.
We get all the benefits of the homeowners association and don't have to pay a cent.
That's a beauty.
Yeah, it worked out pretty good for us. Not much of a fan. My name would be Hawk Tibia if I was going to be a stripping skeleton.
Can't you let it go, Cubby?
Hawk Tibia? Well, I can. It's just that it bothers you so much.
Well, why do you want to bother me? I'm the best thing that's ever happened to you.
I know. It's just people like it when you get worked up. What if I was like Ivana Bone?
Keep going.
Anita Bone?
No, none of those work for me.
John Bon Jovi?
You're
Skelly
getting-
Clarkson?
You're getting there.
I like that one.
Yeah, Scully Clarkson's pretty good.
Rib Van Winkle? Ozzy Osbourne? I don't know. I kind of like Hawk Tibia. It's just so stupid.
All right, well, what do I have here? Oh, this is sort of a happy ending to a story we rapped about a couple weeks ago. And I am glad that there's a somewhat logical explanation to this effing story because it kind of pissed me off the first time around. Hopefully some of yous remember this one. The 3 evil-acting douchebags in Halloween costumes who were banging on the door and ringing the doorbell up and down at a house in Virginia. Everybody on board? There they are.
Open the door! Either you come out or we coming in! Open the door!
Okay. And they were doing all the cliche horror movie stuff, the 3 of them standing side by side on the sidewalk. And then one of them would walk up to the doorbell cam, look directly into it, and tilt their head slightly.
Yeah, you know they've seen horror movies when they do that.
Right. This was a week or so ago. 3 evil acting douchebags, Halloween costumes. It was all recorded on the doorbell camera. They were hollering over and over to open up the door, as you heard right there. They were saying they were going to come in the house and kill everybody. The people inside, including an elderly old lady, had no clue what the F was going on. They were legitimately frightened. The story made the television news. The cops opened up an investigation. They were telling the neighborhood to keep an eye out for these 3. After all that mess, it turns out the 3 supposedly scary, threatening characters were friends of the family pulling a prank.
I think they were family members.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say friends of the family. Yes, family members pulling a prank, yeah.
I'm conflicted on this because, we played pranks on each other when we were younger, but this went too far. They ripped a screen off, and there's an old lady living there. They're scared. They call a relative they come over, bring a gun. And then the part that, it's like, the part that's, to me, says they went too far, and they also didn't own up to it. If this made the news or something, I'm like, oh my God, I would immediately say, hey, this was us. We were trying to be funny. Obviously, we failed. But they let this thing go on for days until the cops figured it out.
Yeah, that's super weird.
There were 3 teenage dudes related to the people inside the house. So that tells me, Cubby, they didn't have the balls to step up and say, hey, look, sorry, this was us, because they were teenage kids.
No,
but there were adults involved.
Oh, there were adults who kind of helped them along.
They drove them there and
drove
everything.
them there.
If that was my family, I'd be like, I don't care. I'm pressing charges.
I'd be fine with that. I like pressing charges.
What if they came out right away and said, immediately, like, we didn't expect this.
Yeah, that'd be
we're too
way
dumb
different.
to understand that.
You're right, Josh. There were grown folks involved in one way or another. Why they didn't step up, I have no idea. But nobody's laughing now. The cops are more or less saying, this is a great way to get shot dead.
That's so weird.
And Josh,
they are lucky they didn't get shot. You're
Also,
right.
something Josh mentioned a minute ago. The poor bastards inside the house, including that old lady, were so scared that they did call someone and told them, hey, bring a gun over here. We have 3 people trying to get into the house. So luckily the 3 Halloween dorks left before they were shot to death. No charges are being filed over this silliness as of yet.
Yeah, I mean, they're lucky that the family members decided not to press charges.
I'm guessing those 3 teenage kids are not highly thought of with a lot of the older folks in that family right now.
Yeah, Thanksgiving is going to be a little weird.
That'll be awkward. Christmas is going to suck for those guys.
Yeah, funny. Clever trick on their part, but they should have squashed it that friggin' evening.
I agree. Like right away, they should have said something like, hey, we're messing with you.
And I've told you before that a friend of mine got us good at my folks' house when we were 18 years old. Showed up fully disguised. Had no idea. This is one of my best friends coming to the door like he was some kind of wacky drifter. You guys want to buy any firewood? He comes to the door. Nighttime. We can't figure out what's wrong with this character. Coming to the door, asking if we want to buy any firewood. Well, there's no chimney on this friggin' house. Anybody could see that. No thanks, we said. Slammed the door in his face. Then the guy's kind of hovering around my property. Busy road in front of my folks' house. And this same guy who just came to the door, beard, sunglasses at night, looked like a drifter. Cars are whizzing by because my folks lived on a busy road. And this character is like doing karate kicks in the middle of the road as cars are whizzing by. And it's me and my friend Donnie were at my folks' house. We're looking out the window going, Jesus, balls, what's wrong with this son of a bitch? And Donnie says, well, he just came to the door looking to buy firewood. I'm like, what? Firewood? Then the guy comes back to the door half hour later, knocks on the door again. We had a case of beer outside this time he came to the back door, had a case of beer outside. And this character says, hey, mind if I have a couple of these beers? I said, no, you can't have a couple of the friggin' beers. Get out of here. Slammed the door in his face. I had a hockey stick sitting there. I stepped on the blade of the hockey stick, broke the blade off so I could use it as like a baseball bat. And I said to Donnie, Donnie, go into my dad's gun locker, load something up. I said, we're going to kill this guy. And about 2 minutes went by, and I said, son of a bitch. It dawned on me who it was. It was a friend of ours playing a prank on us. He got us. We were ready to kill the bastard. And then 20 minutes later go by, and this friend who was pranking us shows up as himself. Hey, guys, what's going on? And we said, you dumb bastard, you were about dead.
That is so fun, though.
Do you think he took it
Brilliant.
too far, or was it
No,
just the right amount?
I guess just the right amount. I mean, maybe he did take it too far
Because you guys did plan on killing him.
Donnie was loading a weapon. and I told Donnie, if he comes back, we're killing him.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
When you go to bed tonight, will you think about Shohei? Will you think about Freddie? What jumps out at you?
I'm probably not going to think about another man while I'm in bed.
Fair enough.
Yes, you will. That's Mookie Betts after the Dodgers beat the Blue Jays in that 18-inning game the other night. Mookie Betts, unbelievable bowler. Have any of you had an opportunity to see Mookie Betts bowl?
No. Does he do like charity bowling events or something?
Hell, he performs on the PBA tour.
Oh, cool.
I've seen him on television a few times. He plays against the pros. He's very, very good. Very good bowler. I thought maybe I had heard that his mother worked at a bowling alley when he was a kid or something, and that's how he got so into it. When he's done playing baseball, I really think he should join the PBA Tour and see if he can do some real damage. I like the guy. I do, Mookie Betts. But I'll tell you what I really like, Cubby, is a tied World Series. This is when the fun really begins now. It's tied,
it's
2
getting
wins.
Fun, you're saying?
Game 5. This is a massive game tonight. And the Blue Jays were able to smack that crooked punk Shohei Ohtani around last night. There's something so shady about that guy. Blue Jays beat the Dodgers 6-2, tied series. The Wolves play at home tonight at Target Center against the Los Angeles Lakers. The Pigs, they were able to pull 1 point out of there's the goal horn there. They got 1 point from last night's game with Winnipeg. We'll tell you all about it when Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder dive into the mix here in a half hour. Josh's news report's coming up next.
Half-assed Morning Show. 93X.
You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled with Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals, of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
Action. Next Roll is a groundbreaking podcast created and executive produced by Vernon Davis.
This is where we talk about reinvention.
The series explores the transformative journeys of athletes, artists, comedians, and entrepreneurs.
They don't just stop here. They just keep going.
Next Roll isn't about what's next. It's about why they do it, how they overcome fear, and the resilience it takes to keep evolving at the highest level.
That's what it's all about. Stay tuned.
Next Roll with Vernon Davis. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
The 93X Half-assed Morning Show.
You know that jerk across the street who's always got it in for me? Every year, that guy waits to see what decorations I put out and then finds a way to top me. I string lights, he strings better lights. I put out Frosty, he puts out an Elf Village. I put out Dracula, he does nothing, and I look like a jackass.
93X. He did his homework because, believe me, this was premeditated and planned. It was an ex-girlfriend he was trying to impress. We believe that he wanted the public to see him as a hero.
A disgraced former state trooper was so desperate for his ex-girlfriend's attention, he faked his own shooting and asked first responders to take him to the hospital where she worked as a nurse.
Jesus, how pathetic is that?
This is a follow-up to a story we've talked a couple times about since it happened. The 34-year-old officer was determined to impress the woman after she dumped him last year. So he staged the October 30th, 2024 incident, claiming a man in a Dodge Charger shot him in the leg during a traffic stop. The fake shooting sent hundreds of New York metro area officers on a manhunt for the fictitious gunman until the fraud was exposed. The whole thing was a sick ruse to get his ex back, which backfired when authorities caught on to the scam, costing him his job, his love interest, a decent amount of blood probably, and his freedom.
Some bitch shot himself in the leg.
Yep, because he wanted his girlfriend back. Just out there saving lives, babe.
Dude, you're making us all look so bad.
According to the DA, the ex-cop even did online searches to find the safest place in the body to shoot yourself, and read up on exactly what it felt like. Everyone was rooting for you, the judge told him during sentencing, but you led us on with fraud and dangerous, outrageous behavior. You violated the trust of the state of New York, the judge added. The scheming former trooper was sentenced last Wednesday specifically, to 6 months in jail after pleading guilty to official misconduct and tampering with evidence, along with an order of protection from his ex.
That is one sad-ass jabroni right there.
No kidding.
Yep.
Dude, what have you done?
A North Carolina man became a not walking, but a limping example of why a proper holster is a must after accidentally shooting himself in the leg at a super Walmart. An off-duty officer working security at the store reported hearing a gunshot inside about 4:26 p.m. Monday. After seeing a vehicle leaving the area at high speed, the officer initiated a traffic stop, and he found a man whose leg took a copper-jacketed spike of lead at 3,000 feet per second, the byproduct of his own itchy trigger finger and choice of wardrobe. According to the man, his weapon was riding shotgun in his waistband of his jogging pants when he tried to shift it into a more comfortable position. That's when physics, friction, and fate teamed up to pull the trigger through the fabric, sending a bullet southward that narrowly missed his chode before punching into his leg. No other injuries were reported, and officials have yet to confirm if charges will follow his ballistic boner.
So where did it get him?
Right in the leg.
Son of a bitch.
2 guys in the leg, one on accident, one on purpose to get a girl.
How close to the chode are we talking?
They didn't say exactly, but, I mean, it was right in his waistband, so it might have skimmed it.
The chode zip code.
Yeah. It was no ordinary Saturday morning on Highway 169 earlier this month, unless your commute usually involves supersonic projectiles. Edina police are searching for witnesses after what began as a routine drive turned into something far more harrowing, and not the kind of excitement most Edina residents are used to between yoga classes and brunch at the Galleria. According to investigators, a woman was driving north of Interstate 494 about 7 a.m. October 11th when she attempted to pass an older white sedan with tinted windows. She told police the car had been drifting between lanes and moving at inconsistent speeds, so she decided to go around it, only to find herself staring down the barrel of a road rage revolver. The man behind the wheel pointed a gun at her. Seconds later came the unmistakable punctuation of a gunshot. Officers later confirmed a bullet had indeed hit her car, but mercifully not her. In a suburb where the most dangerous thing on the road is usually a distracted driver in a Range Rover, the incident shattered the peaceful rhythm of dog walks, double-shot espressos, and pristine lawns, leaving Edina residents clutching Prada purses and oversized Stanley tumblers in disbelief. Police are now urging anyone who may have seen the white sedan or who might have information about the incident to contact them.
Oh, it's just shocking.
Yeah, you're not expecting something like that.
I love that Galleria.
I worked at the Galleria for many years.
Yeah, you did. You worked at the Galleria. I went there for the first time. You know this. I don't know, a year ago. I love that place. Maybe I can get a 93X bar gig at the Galleria.
I don't know. It's pretty fancy.
I know. That's what I liked about it.
It's the only place I've ever seen somebody standing outside protecting a store with a weapon on their hip.
What?
I'd never seen that before.
Like the jewelry stores, they have armed guards.
Where I saw it was like the purse store. I've never been to a store. Certainly you see security at malls and stuff, but never at a store.
Love that joint.
I went into a jewelry store there to buy something once, and you guys know by my wardrobe that they weren't too kind to me. They were kind of like, "Are you lost, sir? Do you need us to call 911?"
It's like a Pretty Woman situation.
It really was, actually. I got Pretty Womaned at the Galleria.
You were wearing your jean shorts and your silly Buffalo Bills hat and the whole thing?
Yep.
Yeah, they're probably used to a little higher-end clientele.
Yeah, very much so.
They treated me nice. I wandered all around that sumbitch. Fell in love.
A couple's first date ended with the man trying to nail the woman in his car. With his car. He tried nailing her with his car, which is a different story.
Like on a date?
It was a first date.
Oh, nice.
Police say a man's been charged after trying to run down a Minnesota woman he'd just taken on a first date.
Something must have happened.
Yeah, it's kind of unclear what happened. According to the complaint, the woman told officers she met the 33-year-old on Facebook, and it was the first time they'd met in person. They began the evening at a saloon in downtown Virginia, where things started to sour, and he began to get upset for some reason.
Virginia, Minnesota?
Virginia, Minnesota, yeah.
Well, maybe they're at the sawmill.
After leaving the bar, the plan was to go to her house. But the woman told police she grew uneasy when he drove past her place and stopped at a nearby store instead. When she tried to get out of the car, he grabbed her by the shoulders and yanked her back in.
No.
Eventually, she managed to get free and began walking along the sidewalk near the store, but he wasn't done. He drove the car onto the curb straight toward her, forcing her to get out of the vehicle's path. As she walked away, he swerved toward her again. The woman called 911. Cops soon located the suspect, who sped off, reportedly at about 80 miles an hour. The car, which had been reported stolen out of Indiana, was later found abandoned. Police eventually found him hiding in a nearby parking lot.
Who's this effing guy?
I don't know. Some dude that drove here from Indiana to get some.
Bless you! God dang it!
Dana's kind of jumpy. And that probably scared the heck out of Dana.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm just worried that Ashley might have got some honor.
That came out of nowhere's cubby. We were talking about this sorry sumbitch from Indiana who's trying to abduct our hot blondes in Virginia.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
I always thought the ladies up there were spicy up there in Virginia.
I hear Sir milks a lot.
Sorry?
Ashley's breast pump. I hear it going.
Yeah.
He says hi.
I hear it every day this time.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get pissed off.
No, well, it's not going to stop anytime soon.
When are you done feeding this kid?
At least a year.
It kind of seems
a year?
Yep.
Seems like he eats every day.
I know, it's exhausting.
What a pig.
Are you ever full?
And it's like,
a pig.
Kid, just DoorDash something, would you?
Seriously.
A year?
Yeah.
It was nothing short of miraculous that a 62-year-old Virginia, the state woman, who was launched into a roadway after being a car, survived. Right up until the point she was hit by a responding police officer.
Oh, no.
Newly released video captures the heartbreaking scene as a Fairfax County police cruiser struck and killed Trina Jones, who'd been lying in the roadway waiting for help after an earlier hit-and-run crash.
Oh, for God's sake, the car just ran her smooth over?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Please don't tell me I just ran her over, the officer could be heard saying in the dash cam footage.
Oh, it must have been the worst feeling the man could have ever imagined.
Sadly, he did. He backed over her again to see if he actually hit her, freaked out, and then went just right back over her forward.
Really?
This continued for about 30 minutes. Moments earlier, just before 8:40 p.m., Jones had been struck by a Mercedes. The mother of four somehow survived that impact, but the Mercedes sped off. Witnesses rushed to help, shouting for her to move out of the road, but for some reason, she told them she's going to wait right there until police arrived. One driver parked his car in front of her, trying to block oncoming traffic. But when first responders and a police cruiser approached, he pulled away to make room. Video shows the cruiser weaving around vehicles, passing through an intersection, then hitting Jones, who appeared to be lying near a crosswalk. That's when our police officer, young police officer, again, stellar reputation, doing great things at the Mount Vernon District and the community, made contact with Miss Jones about 14 to 17 miles per hour, the police chief said, which sadly ended up being fatal. There's no indication his driving was egregious, said the chief.
That's just the worst damn thing I've heard all day.
Yeah.
He also noted investigators are making progress in locating that Mercedes involved in the hit and run and urged anyone with information to come forward. The department is examining the crash to see whether any changes are needed for officer training or equipment. And they said that the police department has already invested in new safety technology for their cop cars, including systems which will detect pedestrians.
Is this guy is he done being a cop?
If it would be on his own accord if that's the case.
I wouldn't be able to go back.
I'd be tough. I mean,
Jesus.
You could tell that he was miserable, obviously. And, he's trying to help this poor lady and ran her right over. A British police officer who ran a spray tanning business while claiming she couldn't report to work in person because of some mental health issues has been fired for gross misconduct. 29-year-old officer Jennifer Stowers operated her side business through an Instagram page offering spray tanning for weddings, parties, bachelorette events, and private home visits.
That's nice.
She even claimed to have been recognized as Spray Tan Artist of the Year.
Oh, I'll be damned.
Wow.
At the same time, she was working remotely, telling her department she couldn't come into the office due to mental health issues. But a hearing in South London later concluded she had breached standards of honesty, integrity, and responsibility, and her behavior amounted to gross misconduct. It began in 2023 when she told her supervisors she couldn't return to in-person work due to mental health struggles and needed to stay home. The department, showing compassion, let her work from home. But that golden glow of trust began to fade when her supervisor stumbled upon her Instagram side job in April. The account featured a post cheerfully noting she was happy to travel to clients' homes, which was against, of course, what she told them. Quite the commute for someone allegedly housebound. Another post promised a safe, sun-kissed tan from the comfort of your home. When confronted, she admitted she'd been running the tanning business while employed, but insisted she hadn't been dishonest about her ability to work. It was just a hobby I was into, something to make myself feel better, she said. After the supposed beauty award, she said, the award I got, I paid for, so she lied about that too. It looks impressive, but it's not legitimate, she said. She also maintained she never made any money from it. The department acknowledged that the officer genuinely did struggle with mental health, but concluded her lack of honesty was too serious to be resolved with only a warning.
Do you know who did deserve the Spray Tanner of the Year is the poor woman who was tasked with spray tanning my sorry ass before our wedding.
Yeah, just for pain and suffering.
Yeah, exactly. Like she deserved a bone. I hope the company gives her a nice Christmas bonus this year.
I forgot about that. That was a good day around here.
So dumb.
Yeah, that looked bad.
Yeah.
You spray tanned yourself before your wedding?
Mm-hmm. I've only done the spray tan once, and I was told it was going to save me when we went to a work trip in Jamaica. God bless those people, by the way. And I was in just a booth. I can't imagine having somebody with the little spray gun spray. I could never do that.
Yeah, it was like a graffiti artist just hosing me down.
They've come a long way.
And I came in here the next day looking like, I think, Josh, you described me as a burnt turd.
You look terrible.
Because you're not allowed to shower for the first 24 hours, so you just look ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm glad you did a trial run and didn't do that like the day before your wedding. But your wife looked gorgeous with a spray tan.
Yeah, she did.
I did it a few times, and I looked amazing. I mean, I looked gorgeous with a tan, but I couldn't go back to it because my pals threatened to kick my ass. How about teeth whitening? Did you have your teeth whitened before you got married?
No.
Before the pictures and all that?
You should have.
There was a dude that used to work here that got married, and he had his teeth whitened in the days leading up to his wedding. And when he came in the building, I swear to Christ, you damn near had to put on sunglasses when he rounded the corner because his teeth were just nuclear. It was kind of frightening, actually, that 5 minutes of a procedure could do that to a person. I considered it. When I first heard about it, teeth whitening, what, you just go in, you sit down, they shoot you with some kind of a laser, and your teeth are gorgeous and white? I considered it until I saw this dude. It looked dangerous to
Aren't
me.
we describing 2 episodes of Friends?
I think we are.
I seem to remember Ross. I mean, certainly I thought the funniest thing Ross on Friends ever did was the spray tan.
Yeah.
And then I thought he did a teeth whitening thing, too, which is just as Nick described, where it looked ridiculous.
I think you're right.
Never saw it. Do you remember who I'm talking about, Josh?
No, I was going to ask you off air who that was.
Oh, man, it was something to see. He even acknowledged how ridiculous he looked with his just pearl white teeth. He had a fun bachelor party. We went over to the Double Deuce.
Oh, man, I missed that place.
Word.
There's a rather unusual movie screening happening in the Twin Cities tonight, one that's strictly for the hairless. Imagine Willow Creek in Plymouth announced a special advance showing of Begonia, the new film starring bald AF Emma Stone, set for today. But there's a twist. To get in, you need to be bald or be ready to become bald. This special screening is for anyone who's bald. If you're not bald, we will have a barber on site to shave your head in order for you to watch the film, the theater explained.
That's a fun gimmick.
Yeah, it's funny. For the
Willow Creek, I haven't heard of that place in a year. We used to go. You know where I saw Terminator 2 for the very first time, Josh? It was at Willow Creek.
Willow Creek?
Yeah.
For the less daring, they say they have a limited amount of bald caps if you want to cheat. I don't think that's fair.
This is a new movie where everyone in the movie is bald?
Well, Stone's character is Emma Stone. She shaved her head for the role. She plays the CEO of a major company who's kidnapped by 2 conspiracy theorists convinced she's an alien intent on destroying Earth. The theater said the screening begins at 7 p.m. with seats available on a first-come, first-served basis. The on-site barber will be ready to start shaving guests beginning at 5:30 p.m.
There you go.
Speaking of special movie screenings, next Wednesday they're showing Rocky IV, the director's cut, at the movie theater in Eagan. I might have to hit that up.
You had me until you said Eagan. I don't go to places like that.
I hope they do more. Maybe they have, but I hope they do more promotions like this. Like to maybe address additional conditions.
Mm-hmm.
A tasteful salute to chronic diarrhea, perhaps. You watch Flush Hour, Cannonball Runs, Raiders of the Lost Shark. Just a whole movie marathon. Although if you had diarrhea, that'd be miserable to sit through 3 movies.
I had diarrhea once at Willow Creek.
You've done everything there.
Yeah.
A lot of special memories.
Now streaming on Apple TV Plus, Down Cemetery Road. When a child goes missing in the aftermath of a house explosion, a concerned neighbor teams up with a private investigator to find them as secrets unravel and a conspiracy emerges. The series slated for an 8-episode first season, with the first 2 released today. Also on Apple TV from the same author of Down Cemetery Road, the 5th season finale of Slow Horses. And tonight on Fox, Game 5 of the World Series, which is tied at 2 games apiece.
Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder on the Half-Ass Morning Show.
Go red and caught me slipping. I need to know turkey or no turkey. And I ain't talking about no cheese sandwich. Some real shit, bro. Oh, your little bro back.
Here we go. No spray-on hairdos for either of our guests here. Maybe a touch of shoe polish here and there, but no spray-on hairdos for Randy Shaver or the lonely boy, Brad Ryder. What's up, fools?
Good morning.
Hello, gentlemen.
What did we have there, Josh? Was that Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics really calling LeBron James for hair transplant advice?
That's what he said. I mean, he said he called them and left them a message saying, hey, how do I handle this? As if he'd be an expert, LeBron James.
LeBron James has had a movable hairline for years, decades now. LeBron James. Don't believe his hairline if you see it on television. That's not real. And what's his name from the Celtics again? Jaylen Brown. We've been talking about how he's been spraying on his hairdo even before he takes the court for the Boston Celtics. That's hilarious. So Jaylen Brown is kind of embracing this story?
Yeah, I'm glad he's got a good sense of humor about it.
Good for him.
Because, I mean, I imagine that's pretty embarrassing. He seemed to be kind of humble and good-natured about it.
Because he humble. That's right. All right, Randy Shaver, Brad Ryder. Now we're talking, boys. We got a tied series.
Great game last night. If you're a Toronto fan, for sure. Yeah.
The Blue Jays smacked that Shohei punk around a little bit last night.
Still super impressive that the guy can do what he, after 18 innings the night before, to come back and start that game last night and be as good as he was. I mean, yeah, he gave up a home run to Guerrero, and it was Toronto found a way to be in control, but still for Shohei to come out and play the way he did, and appear at the plate and do all the things that he does. I know I'm a broken record.
You are in love.
He's just the most amazing baseball player we've ever seen. I mean, it's just phenomenal.
You said the same thing yesterday.
Would you go to jail for the man like his interpreter?
Yes.
You would become incarcerated for him, Randy?
Yes, I would do that.
Okay. The Toronto Blue Jays beat the Los Angeles Dodgers 6-2. You wouldn't go to jail for Shohei Ohtani. Forgot. Maybe if Jerry West was still alive.
Oh, for sure, Jerry West.
If he asked you to cover up a murder and take the rap, how do they say?
I wouldn't ask a question.
Yeah, take the rap.
Take the rap.
I wouldn't ask a question.
No questions asked. Randy would take the rap for Jerry West.
As long as he kissed me on the mouth.
Just one kiss.
With tongue.
See, that's going back. If you're a long-time listener, this was, Josh, I think maybe the first sign that Randy might have an actual personality. A number of years ago, just completely goofing off, I asked Randy Shaver, name one athlete, alive, dead, current, or past, that you would French kiss, that you would fully make out with. And without hesitation, he said Jerry West.
It was almost like he was waiting for that question to be asked so he could finally give his answer.
That's when we first thought, hey, this guy's all right. He'd French kiss a man. He's all right.
It took a long time for you to figure out this guy's all right.
Yeah, it took a little while. Randy, is there? We can barely hear you. Is there something different about your set? Okay.
No.
Holler.
Oh, there you are.
I have my headset on.
All right. Just checking.
Sorry.
Blue Jays win 6-2. World Series tied at 2 wins apiece. A massive Game 5 scheduled for tonight in California. I hope
the last game in California.
Yes. I hope this is a great ball game. You mentioned Vladimir Guerrero Jr. hit a yard sale off of Ohtani. Oh, that was fun to watch.
Yeah.
The Blue Jays starter Shane Bieber pitched very well.
He was great again.
Hell, the Toronto pitchers held the Dodgers to just 6 hits, and I think
Louis Varland had a great ninth too. I mean, I know he gave up a run, but it could have gotten out of hand, and he settled it down and did a nice job.
I was watching the ball game with my wife last night, and when Louis Varland came on in the ninth, I nudged my wife and I said, "Hey, Ashley's grade school boyfriend right there.
Yeah.
She wasn't impressed. She really likes, as she calls him, she really likes Jer Bear, your husband.
she found out that I call him that.
Yeah, did you pass that on to her?
I call him Jer Bear, Jer.
And so does my wife. My wife only refers to him now as Jer Bear.
That's adorable.
I didn't know you called him Jer
And
Bear.
she thinks he's just the cutest sumbitch ever. She does.
Whatever.
What happened? Who said that?
Oh, just kind of news to me that she thinks he's the cutest sumbitch ever.
Well, she thinks highly of you.
Josh, don't be jealous.
She doesn't.
I'm trying not to be jealous.
Josh, you had your day in the sun, Josh.
That's true.
Yeah, move over.
I'm old and ugly. I used to be young and ugly, but now I'm old and ugly.
Well, now I feel the need to explain. She does always enjoy your company, Josh, and she appreciates what you mean to me, of course, but just your appearance does not appeal to her at all.
Well, that's because she's a female.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's why.
Here's a quote from Blue Jays third baseman Ernie Clement about last night's ball game. And he said, I think this is a quote from Herb Brooks, but we're a team of uncommon men. I think a normal team would have folded today, but we're not normal. I think we're the best team in baseball, and we got out of bed today with our hair on fire, ready to play.
Wow, I love it.
That's one of those
There's
comments.
A little bit of truth in that. I mean, maybe a little overstated, but there are a lot of teams after a game like that. I think you figured maybe the team that won Game 3 was probably just going to go ahead and win Game 4 and win the series, but obviously that wasn't the case.
That's one of those quotes where if they win this whole sumbitch, that might get put up in the locker room or something. The Blue Jays at least made sure that there will be a return trip to Ontario, but tonight is huge. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but we all know that the ball club is how you say it, that wins Game 5 of a tied World Series stands a terrific chance to walk away the winner.
Yeah, but the Twins, took care of those numbers. I mean, they're part of the other side of that equation.
Doesn't work every time.
Yep.
And thankfully, yes, the
We've seen
1900.
it.
Tonight, the starters will be Blake Snell for L.A. and Trey Yesavage for Toronto.
With Game 6 being on Halloween, a buddy of mine who's got a number of kids text me and said, I hope the kids are cool with going trick-or-treating at 3:30 and in bed by about 6:30.
Yeah.
Well, if the Blue Jays win one of the next two games, I mean, they've got Snell tonight. They got to face Snell, and he's not going to have the type of outing that he had the last time. He's probably going to be better than last time. And then they got to face Yamamoto again in Game 6. So they're going to have to figure out a way to win one of them. If it gets to a Game 7, I like the Blue Jays' chances. Yeah.
Yeah. I think tonight's the game for Toronto.
Friggin'
because Yamamoto has been unbeatable in his last two starts. So
I don't like that guy. I don't like that.
He doesn't like you.
No, I know. I'm sure he doesn't. No,
he does not like you.
I am positive the feeling is mutual. We do not like each other. There's
I think
me.
If you privately asked Toronto if they could just go to Game 7 right now, they would say, "Sure, let's do it."
Yamamoto and I don't like each other for the very same reason. I know how damn good he is, and he knows how damn good I am.
Yes.
That's why we don't get along.
Dana, you bring up an interesting point. I bet there's going to be some folks that might, as Randy said, turn the light off because they don't want to keep getting up for trick-or-treaters in the middle of the game.
Yeah, just leave the candy bowl outside. Do your worst, kids.
Do they celebrate Halloween in Canada?
I think so, yeah.
yeah.
There's different rules up there. I didn't know if they acknowledged
Yeah,
how
their Thanksgiving is in like June or something.
Yeah,
It's
their
weird.
Thanksgiving is silly. They've got their own Independence Day and whatnot. It's all backwards up
Yeah,
there.
it says it is widely celebrated in Canada.
Do they celebrate Halloween in Wayzata?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just fancier.
Well, we're in America. What's your name again? What's this guy's name?
I'm just
Brad Ryder. We're Americans.
They hand out gold bars and Roth IRAs.
Well, the Man-Bear Pigs were able to pull 1 point away from last night's game with Winnipeg. The Jets beat them in overtime. So the final goes into the record books as a 4-3 loss.
I was watching the baseball game.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what? The Wild are still playing. And I looked at my phone and went, oh, they just are about to start overtime. So I turned it over. I didn't have to watch overtime very long.
No.
46 seconds.
I think it was the first rush up the ice by the, what do you call that club, the Jets.
Winnipeg, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
A kid by the name of Kyle Connor, nephew of Sarah Connor.
Get out of town.
Wow.
Scored just 40. That's the Jets' 9th straight win over the Pigs? Jesus, something needs to be done about that. 9 straight losses to the friggin'. They outshot Winnipeg, but they got a solid netminder over there. Speaking of goalies, too many goals being given up here by the home club.
Yeah, right, for sure.
Jesus. The Russian kid, he scored his first even strength goal of the season last night, and in the process, he passed a far superior player, Zach Parise, for 4th place on the franchise all-time goals list. Don't worry, Zachy, you're still the best. To quote Ricky Henderson, don't worry, Zach, you're still the best. Former Pigs, Marian Gorbiak, Brian Ralston, Stefan Valieks, and Pierre-Marc Butcher took part in the ceremonial puck drop as part of their 20th anniversary party they're having all year long, Cubby.
Watch a little bit of that.
Yeah.
I recognize those guys, Gorbiak, Ralston, Valieks, and Butcher. And the fellers play Pittsburgh here in town tomorrow night. A lot of goals being given up. Wolves-Lakers tonight at Target Center at friggin' 8:45.
Gross.
It's going to be tough in the house tonight with the World Series and the Timberwolves going.
Yeah.
But there's no A1 from day one, no Bron, no baby nuts. Everybody injured.
From day one. Yeah, not exactly the primetime matchup I think the TV networks were hoping for.
Yeah. No baby nuts either?
No baby nuts.
No.
Wow.
He's got something wrong with his hand and other things.
Well, look out for Austin Reeves. He just dropped 50 on somebody the other night.
Yeah.
Everybody's scoring points in the NBA. What did I read?
The NBA's going crazy. The amount of points, there's like no defense being played.
It's October. That's why.
Well,
really
Oh,
cares.
here it is. In the first week,
crazy.
in the first week of the NBA season, there has been a record 17 40-point games recorded already. No one's playing defense.
I mean, you look at the, I think last night is not maybe a good example of the NBA scoreboard because there was a 98-79 game, but I'm seeing a lot of 130s, 140s.
Yeah, it's like the 80s all over again.
Yeah, it's just been wild how high scoring these games have been.
It's like the mid-'80s all over again. Josh came into work today a little sweaty. I said, what happened? He said he dumped 45 on the Washington Wizards last night.
In the first half.
So, yeah, I mean, Lakers are in town. Usually, you know, that's a massive deal. And I'm sure they'll have a great crowd, but you're missing some marquee players for the ball game tonight. And there'll be a lot of those phony Lakers fans, like those internet Laker fans. They'll show up with their jerseys, and they're from, you know, Prior Lake, for Pete's sake. I can't stand that bit. The poor Portland Trailblazers, their players and their assistant coaches, they didn't ask for this Chauncey Billups nightmare.
Yeah, what a mess.
The Los Angeles Clippers hosted the Blazers on Sunday. I can't believe I missed this. So that was Sunday, the second game since Billups was arrested for this alleged involvement with rigged poker games and ties to the mafia.
So crazy.
Clippers fans made sure to taunt the Blazers about their coach's legal troubles. The crowd peppered Portland with a 3-letter chant. If you can't hear it over the noise of all the wealthy people at the Clippers game, the crowd was chanting, FBI! FBI! FBI!
That's awesome.
Oh, no.
That's funny, but it also sucks. Because, like, guys like, what's his nuts that's been playing for 17, 18 years, nice guy, played for the
Damian
Celtics.
Lillard?
No. Celtics and Bucks, won a couple titles. He's got cute hair. The guy, point guard, Celtics, Bucks, world
Chris
title.
Paul.
No, got cute
cone?
hair.
Cone.
Not the cone.
He's a cone.
He won title anyway. The players don't deserve this stuff. Can't think of his name. Brad Ryder, the guy with the cute hair. And
James Harden?
No, plays for the
Drew
Trailbla-
Holiday?
Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday. Oh, for Portland, I'm thinking Clippers. What am I doing?
Yeah, I was too.
Portland players didn't ask for this nightmare. FBI, they're all chanting.
That's pretty good, though.
That is pretty good.
From the
It could be a lot worse than that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it could be. We used to really like to chant, "The ref beats his wife" at NHL games when we were kids.
Oh,
Maybe that was wrong. I don't know.
that's
You
kind of
know,
great.
you know a chant is good, too, when the players on the team that you're chanting toward are laughing on the bench about it. You know that you've got them good at that point.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh, nothing like a good heckle. But yeah, when we were, 5th, 6th grade kids, when we go to North Stars games, I don't know why, but we would always try to get our section to chant, "The ref beats his wife! The ref beats his wife! The ref!" I don't know what got into it. It's got a nice bounce to it,
Oh, man.
I don't know what the hell. I got a great laugh at a WWE show a number of years ago. Dana, you'll appreciate this. We had ringside seats to a WWE house show. And, oh, man, one of my favorites of all time, Rusev. Hey, Josh, happy Rusev Day.
Oh, my God. I thought that was yesterday.
It's today, too. It was yesterday. Rusev was in the ring, and he was facing Ryback. Do you remember that character as well, Ryback? Two massive guys. And Rusev at the time, and this guy's got a great sense of humor. I'm surprised I didn't get a laugh out of Rusev on this. Rusev was portrayed at the time as this Bulgarian monster, right? And they'd play the Bulgarian what do they call it in the business? The national anthem as he walked in. And he was very stoic, and he was just like a killing machine is how they portrayed him on television and in person. So it got real quiet in the arena before Rusev and Ryback wrestled, and I shouted out, "Hey, Rusev, Wikipedia says you're from Nashville." Which was true. Which was true. That was he is from and Ryback laughed his balls off.
Reminds me of a Kofi Kingston story. A buddy of mine, Tom Pelissero, Randy, you know him. He went to Boston College, and on his dorm floor was Kofi Kingston. They were buddies for his freshman year, and he goes, "Dana, I don't want to be the one to have to tell you this. I know you're a big wrestling fan, but he's not from Jamaica."
I thought he was. He was so convincing. I didn't know anything about him. He sure seemed like it.
Well, see, the first time Kofi Kingston came in studio, he did the Jamaican gimmick. And I could tell it was phony right from the get-go. He had a few of the words down, but it didn't sound terribly legit. Of course, I didn't call him out on this on the air. He's just playing his character.
Yeah.
But that's all fun. That's great. Where else was I going with this? I told you bastards that J.J. McCarthy was unproven and injury-prone. Nobody listened. I told you guys that Vikings head coach Kelvin O'Conrad was troubled. Nobody listened. I warned you how crazy in love Conrad and McCarthy were. Didn't listen. Now, we covered this yesterday for the most part. But just a little update here on how widespread it's become. In case you weren't aware, everybody's going after O'Conrad for participating in the massacre of Carson Wentz.
Yeah. I know that. That's true.
Right. It's just become a thing now. Every sports website I visited yesterday, somebody was writing about it.
Yeah. It's like they put him out to be slaughtered.
Right.
Here are some of the tweets that I read. Yes, Brad Ryder.
No, I was just going to say, we talked about that the day after it happened and how, everybody's saying, well, why didn't they put in Max Brosmer? And, I was forthright, and I said they don't want Max to play because they don't want another controversy on their hands. I'm going to stick with that theory.
Plenty of people shared that same theory. I personally, I'll admit, I had no idea that Carson Wentz was in as terrible shape as he was. I didn't know that. I don't follow
as far as the injury
yes,
goes, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't follow the Vikings as closely as I used to, so I had no idea that he was in that much pain, that he was in that much So here are some of the tweets. It says here, so Kevin O'Connor, well, they have his name wrong, but I'll go anyway. Kevin O'Connell knew he had a torn labrum and continued to trot him out there against the Chargers. That's ridiculous. Another tweet said, this makes me feel kind of gross. It sounds like Wentz's non-throwing arm was basically dangling at his side for the better part of a month just to make sure McCarthy's ankle has that new car smell before he stepped on the field again. Others said, hang on to something, Ashley, because I know you've had a crush on this O'Conrad guy from the word go.
What?
Others said, this is a fireable offense.
Chill out.
Saw a lot of Vikings fans using the Simpsons gif of the kid screaming, "Stop! Stop! He's already dead."
I mean, he did look half dead.
Yeah.
He was so rough looking on Thursday.
It is just weird how they'll trot him out there like that, though, but we can't play JJ until he's 100%.
Right.
Well, that's what the tweet just said. They got to wait for McCarthy's ankle to have that new car smell before he steps. It's part of that love affair that they've got, the two of them, O'Conrad and McCarthy. Oh, they're looking out for each other. They're in love. It happens. Love makes you do silly things, does it not, Josh?
Oh, it absolutely does.
Yeah.
It just adds to the speculation that he's not really ready. You know, if they don't like that speculation, they're just adding more fuel to it with this.
Another quote here. O'Conrad is on.
And Brad, you're not talking about the injury being ready.
No.
You're talking about him as a
Yeah,
quarterback.
him being ready as a quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
the theory.
He's not going to be a very good quarterback. O'Conrad is on the verge of, quote, losing the locker room, which is usually the last stroke before a guy gets gassed.
Yeah.
Wow.
We hear that line all the time. Well, he lost. That's the story. One of the stories I read.
That's the most important line you just read today.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That line right there.
Trouble.
If that's true.
Yeah. I read one article stating, well, more than one, stating that O'Conrad has lost the locker room, and like I already said, that's usually the last stroke. Speaking of funny memes on this whole Carson Wentz thing, the one that I saw yesterday, that was, I'll try my best to explain it. It was a shot from the filming of the movie The Passion of the Cripes. Did we all see the movie?
Yes.
Sorry.
It was pardon me?
I said no, sorry.
Oh, it's a hell of a film.
Yeah, watch it.
It's a hell of a story.
That sounds like a demand. I just think you'd like it.
Right now.
I actually have a couple more memes here I want to tell you about because they crack me up. So hopefully I can explain them properly. So this was a shot of, was his name James Caviezel?
Yeah, the actor who played Jesus.
Okay. He's in his Jesus outfit. This is a shot like behind the scenes when they were filming The Passion of the Cripes. So there's James Caviezel sitting in a chair next to Mel Gibson, the director. And this picture was taken, Josh, when they were filming that terrible ass-whooping scene.
Boy, he can take a beating.
Yeah, where they're
that was awful.
The ass-whooping scene from The Passion of the Cripes is just unbelievable. And James Caviezel, dressed as Jesus, is just covered in blood. So there in the shot is Caviezel seated, covered in blood, dressed as Jesus. Gibson, looking totally normal, is sitting next to him. And the meme said something like, Kevin O'Connor speaking with Carson Wentz between offensive series at the Vikings-Chargers game. It's obvious in the shot. Mel Gibson is like talking to Caviezel about the next scene. Oh, God. And Jesus.
Oh, no.
All right, it says here the Vikings have reportedly reached out to Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston.
Well, they're both on a team, though. They'd have to trade
something. I think make a trade.
Mr. Unlimited.
That would be hilarious.
We joked around about it yesterday. We mentioned Mr. Unlimited and Jameis Winston yesterday, but just wanted you to know that I've seen an official report now that they've reached out to Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. You know who Cubby and I are rooting for. I mean, I like both of them.
I have nothing against either one of those guys, but my answer is no. I mean, they're not going to make the playoffs, even if they get one of those guys. So why are we going to spend another draft pick on them?
Well, they need a body. So if it's not one of those guys, then you need to find somebody that's on a practice squad somewhere or is a free agent, because they're going to need a body. You know that they can't finish the season with just McCarthy and Brosmer. That's not going to happen.
Brad Ryder, I understand what you're saying, but you're looking at this all wrong. Forget about the playoffs and draft picks. Who cares? That's all nerdy, serious football stuff. We're not serious football people around here. Think of the fun. It's the same reason why I pushed for him to make a deal for Karen. Think of the fun. Think of the drama. Think of the crying and the screaming and the anger and all the.
I guess it's worth it because we haven't had a very good draft in a long time anyway.
Has Christian Ponder stayed in shape?
I'll tell you what, he's stayed in shape. You know what he's doing to stay in shape?
What's that?
He's getting to the bottom of this ISIS thing.
Oh, yeah. He's got to travel the world for that, sure.
I like both of those guys for different reasons. Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. Russell Wilson, I think, is one of the phoniest douchebags to ever live.
Oh, he's so manufactured.
So I want him in town so we can thrive off of that. Jameis Winston, I just legitimately think he's a talented guy and a really nice, fun person. Funny
totally
guy.
Agree.
Very funny guy.
Yeah, he's just kind of goofy.
Yeah, I like that about him.
Just how he's like, he gets LASIK and is a different guy. Like, oh my gosh, yeah, I can see. I'm so much better now that I can see. And he's the guy that stole the crab legs by putting it down his pants.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a fun person.
Yes. Guy had a few laughs in college. Stole some crab legs and then headed off to a friggin' kegger. Knows how to have a few laughs. That's what I like about Jameis Winston. One more meme I want to share with you. Josh, I want you to look at this real quick, and I want to read it out loud. Again, I'm trying to describe pictures on the internet, so I hope I'm... Josh, look at this real quick. Tell me if this doesn't crack you up. It's a meme involving Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert. Apparently, he's got some scorching hot model girlfriend.
Yes.
Good for him.
I saw this story.
Do you know?
Yeah, Madison
Beer, or whatever her name is.
Beer. Yep.
Her last name is Beer.
It's at least spelled that way. I don't know if she pronounces it differently.
Matt, did you find that funny, John?
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, so he's got this scorching hot model girlfriend. Her name is Beer.
Yep.
So this picture is a picture of Justin Herbert, who was at a recent Los Angeles Lakers game, and he's sitting with his scorching hot model girlfriend, Beer, and a basketball. They're sitting in the courtside, and a basketball comes screaming out of bounds, and he blocked the ball from smashing his model girlfriend.
Dramatic.
Right in the teeth. So it's a picture of him blocking that basketball. She's reeling, and he says, "Oh no, I got this," and he and the verbiage connected to the meme says, "Oh, look at me, I'm Justin Herbert. I make tens of millions of dollars playing quarterback. I've got a rocket arm. I live in sunny Los Angeles and just saved my smoke show girlfriend from a basketball at a Lakers game. Whatever, dude."
That's a really trendy caption to play off of that a lot of people do.
Oh, that's a old bit?
Yeah, like say it's a picture of a famous guy with somebody like Sydney Sweeney, like, "Oh, look at me, I have perfect hair, I can buy whatever car I want, I have a smoking hot girlfriend, boo."
Hey, the Vikings had a Halloween party.
It's cute. I love when they do this. This is fun.
The Vikings had a Halloween party.
My favorite by far was J.J. McCarthy's costume. He dressed up as Scotty Scheffler, and his girlfriend was a police officer. Or his wife, I don't know.
I don't know the bit.
Because he got arrested. When was that? Gosh, when did Scotty?
2 years ago.
It was
Earlier
2 years ago.
Was it really last year?
2 years ago already? Wow.
Scotty.
Was it 2 years ago? I thought it was last year.
Pro golfer.
He got arrested.
Last year.
He got arrested for what?
I can't remember what they decided on.
He ran around.
He was
trying.
Yeah, he was avoiding the scene of an accident, and he ran around a cop car trying to avoid traffic.
Remember that?
Tea time.
Yeah, to get to his
Early in the
tea
morning.
time.
I do
Poor
not.
guy.
I don't remember.
They put him in handcuffs. That was ridiculous.
The Vikings had a Halloween party. Defensive back Isaiah Rodgers' costume was featured on a few websites yesterday, and his costume was it was unsettling.
He was thick.
And I think that's exactly what he was going for. Thick?
He was thick, THICC.
He went as a woman with enormous cans and an ass like a $2 mule. And he won a trophy at the team costume contest. Anybody want to make a Vikings trophy joke while we're here?
I don't want to kick a horse.
Nothing?
A dead horse.
Nothing? I thought when I said trophy in Vikings, immediately someone would say, well, that's the...
We've already gone after him today.
So he went as a thick woman. He had a bodysuit. He and his fiancée teamed up for the gimmick. Are the pictures up on 93x.com?
Yes, they are.
He was having a great time. And I've seen a little bit about this Rogers kid. I think I have the right kid. He seems like a fun dude.
Yeah, definitely.
So he and his fiancée teamed up. He played the role of a big, big lady. And his wife, or pardon me, fiancée, played the role of a plastic surgeon that made the big fat ass happen.
Yeah, she gave him a Brazilian butt lift. That was their bid.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yep.
A Halloween party. Are we talking to Andrew in a couple of days? I wonder what he went as Halloween. Do we know already what Andrew went as for Halloween?
No, I tried to find it out, but I couldn't find anything.
I saw it on his Instagram page. He was a baseball player, and his wife was also a baseball player, kind of like the League of Their Own style uniform.
I'm going to guess the Timberwolves party is probably tomorrow night. They always have one right around Halloween, too. And they go out on the road, I think, on Friday. So be on the lookout for those costumes in the next few days, too.
What are we looking for? Oh, the Timberwolves, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They'll have one of those team parties, too, probably tomorrow night.
Speaking of parties, can't anyone stay awake when drinking anymore? Former NFL running back Adrian Peterson, total clown from day one. He picked up his second DWI a few days ago in Texas. We covered it. But it says here, the cops found Peterson asleep in his car at a gas station with the engine running at 10 a.m.
Did you guys watch the video of that or see any pictures?
No!
Yes, it's on 93x.com, too.
He was
He's
sleeping
so
soundly.
So sleepy. Poor neck, though. Ouch.
What was he? I'll get there in a minute, Josh. Was he like wrenched over to the right or left side?
If I remember, he's kind of like on the steering wheel, wasn't he? Ashley?
Yeah, it's like chin chest.
He put the chin down on his chest.
Yep.
And went seepies?
Oh, I just wanted to cover him with a blanket. It was so peaceful.
Seepy nine-eyes?
Yeah. You're right. Why can't they stay awake?
What are you, a damned infant or something? You can't stay awake long enough to get yourself home safely? Are you an amateur or something? A friggin' novice? Grow up. Why can't anyone stay awake while drinking anymore?
Call an Uber.
Paul Pierce just did that last week.
Yeah. And then the Addison Jordan, the wide receiver for the Vikings. So, yeah, Peterson was asleep in his car while it was running.
I love that they took pictures.
These guys are rookies.
Yeah.
They're friggin' rookies.
Could you imagine, being near that? Like, is that Adrian Peterson? I got to get a picture of this.
He bombed all the field sobriety tests. Cop woke him up. He smelled like booze.
Yeah, guy might need some help at this point.
You can't stay awake long enough to call a cab. Again, are you two?
You obviously can't learn a lesson either.
F me. I love this bit. This next little theory has been obvious to us mere mortals for years. But now, when a big shot burps up some information that we've all known for years, it makes headlines. Here it is. Headline. Troy Aikman has suggested that Patrick Mahomes gets favorable calls from the referees.
When it comes to quarterbacks, especially this one, they're going to protect them.
So this made headlines.
Glad I didn't take a big sip of water right before you read that headline.
Yeah.
It would have been all over the electronics in front of you.
Don't get me wrong. Troy Aikman is a pimp. But, dude, everybody already knows this. Right. Does he have any obvious statements on preferential treatment towards Steph Curry or LeBron James or Luka Doncic or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander while he's at it? What about Greg Maddux or Tom Brady? Do you have any statements on preferential treatment? Because we've known about all those for years, too. Aikman made a comment during that Chiefs-Commodores ball game that none of us were watching.
I watched.
No, you didn't.
Actually, I watched.
Yeah, I did.
What the hell were you doing watching that for?
I wanted to watch it. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I also am sorry. I didn't lead with that, but I did watch it.
I thank Troy for pointing it out anyways, because nobody listens to us regular schmucks. Maybe now that Troy has said something about it, maybe something will Speaking of all this football, Sunday's a big day for you and I, Randy Shaver, and many others. Sunday at the Wise-Ed American Legion, we're going to have our Freeze Out Cancer raffle drawing.
Yes.
So, for all of you who signed up to win the big prize or prizes, you can come out Sunday and join us. Randy will be drunk and drawing the winner of our raffle. We're going to draw the winner at halftime.
I don't know about the first part, but I'll be there for the second part.
Draw the winner at halftime of the Vikings-Lions game. And Randy, you know what you should do? You should just meet me for a late breakfast, and we'll watch the whole stinking ball game.
Oh, gosh, Nick, I don't know if I could do that.
What do you mean?
Watch a ball game with you? I think it would be a little bit too much.
What am I going to do during a Vikings-Lions game?
I bet Nick is very calm.
I don't say a word. You should
Really?
Hear, what? I mean, I might laugh out loud a few times when the Vikings screw up. I like to, I like to antagonize the crowd a little bit.
I'll put it this way: if you're buying me a late breakfast, I'll be there.
I'll buy you breakfast. I will. I will. So Sunday's the day.
Sunday.
Actually,
we got back-to-back Sundays there.
Yes.
Yes.
Sunday the 9th, we'll be having our bingo party. But this Sunday, 2 people will win $100 gift cards to Butcher's Deli. One person will win the grand prize, a freezer from Warner's Stellian and an $800 gift card to Butcher's Deli.
That's a lot of beef.
I know.
Yeah.
Lot of carcass. Thank you to Swanson Meats for their partnership. We'll be there. I'll buy you breakfast.
Excellent.
I don't know if you knew this, Randy.
I can't pull a name on an empty stomach.
That's a lot of work.
Hell no.
I don't know if you knew this, Randy, and I wanted to make sure that I had permission to talk about it before I brought it up on air. But it's also really meaningful to the owner of Butcher's Deli because I'm not exactly sure what type of cancer, but recently this year he was diagnosed with a pretty rough form of cancer, so it means a lot to him to be a part of this charity and have those gift cards go to people that can also support his business.
I'm glad to hear.
Wish him nothing but the best. I hope that what he's going through, they'll be able to figure out all the answers for him because that's I hate to hear that kind of stuff. So
I'm glad it's meaningful to him because it's meaningful to us as well, and we wish him the best. We wish him the best. Somebody texted in about my breakfast invitation to Randy Shaver. Someone texted in and said, "Don't do it, Randy. It's a trap. It's not a trap. I want to buy an old-timer some runny eggs, and then, kind of, it's like a big brother's, little brother's program."
Oh, I know why you offered to buy him, because you'll be able to get that discount, that senior discount for Randy.
Maybe they'll give you the discount too, right?
I don't know if we have a senior discount. It's like a little brother's program. I want to spend some time with the man before he passes.
if the Legion had a senior discount, wouldn't just everything be discounted for everybody?
Even me.
Yeah, good point.
I think I even qualify for that sumbitch now. Trying to do a guy a favor before he goes.
Yes, appreciate that.
And before we go and take a break ski, Jesus, Netflix is looking to put together another Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao boxing match.
Good Lord.
Please stop.
Only if they promise to fight to the death this time.
Yeah, let's settle this. Let's
they
settle.
must be making money off of these things, or else
I'm
they
sure.
wouldn't keep doing them.
Pull your head out of your ass and think about what you're saying here, Netflix. You want to put together another Floyd May? The last time that happened was 10 years ago, and it was a patty cake pillow fight.
He really does have a beautiful singing
voice.
voice.
Unbelievable. Was that on Letterman?
I don't remember where it was.
Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, just let's have a concert. Forget about this stupid fight with stupid Floyd Mayweather.
Mayweather, he's a rapper.
Sure.
They could. That's what they need to do. Have a little performance fight.
Mayweather can open. We'll give him 4 or 5 minutes, and then Manny Pacquiao can come on and sing the love songs of the 70s. Give me your favorite love song from the 70s, Josh.
Boy, I don't know. I was never really into love songs too much.
Not even from the 70s?
No. Do you have one?
Oh, I could go on and on and on.
Well, there you go, on and on.
Oh, well, that was 80s, actually. Oh, no, that was 70s. On and On is Stephen Bishop. Boy, there's just so many. How about Randy Shaver? Maybe you made out to this one when you were in high school. Remember when Leo Sayer?
Yes.
When I Need You.
Yeah.
When I Need You,
Remember
yeah.
when Leo Sayer said, when I need you.
Oh, my gosh.
What about How Deep Is Your Love by the Bee
Ooh,
Gees?
see,
Would you count that?
I
one?
love
the
that
Bee
song.
Gees.
I love the Bee Gees and How Deep Is Your Love. But I think the superior song was, what's the one from 79? Go ahead, Brad Ryder.
How about Ambrosia, How Much I Feel?
Sure. What the hell is the name of that? Love Hurts, Nazareth. What the hell is that Bee Gees song? I got to look it up. It's torturing me. I should know these things.
Can it be an upbeat one?
No, it's love songs.
All right. Well, it's a love song.
How Deep Is Your Love?
We already said that, Brad Ryder. For God's sake, we're trying to come up with the one that came out in 79. In 79.
Okay, 79.
They all sing so beautifully.
Don't Throw It All Away on Our Love.
No, that's a good one. That's a good one. I'm talking about Too Much Heaven. The Bee Gees, it's Barry, it's Robin, and it's Maurice or Morris. I can't remember what they called him, and it's called Too Much Heaven, and it came out in 79. It's even better than How Deep Is Your Love, and I think a lot of you will agree with me when we get around to it. So, yeah, let's put on a Manny Pacquiao concert where he sings the love songs of the 70s. I think that'd be a superior show to a boxing match.
And not have them fight, yeah.
Forget that. Yeah, I mean, this is where it's at. Barry's the only one left. Isn't that terrible?
Yeah.
Did you see that documentary that they came out with a couple years ago on the Bee Gees? I forgot.
Yes.
I did. Very good.
By the end, I was crying so hard.
Yeah.
Because Barry said, all those hits, all the money, I'd give it back to you if my brothers could be still alive to this day.
Oh, gosh.
I know. He said it. And then he sang about it. Get me out of here, Cubby.
Yeah, how do we move on?
God.
You got to get me out of here.
The only one staying alive. The other two are gone.
Brad!
That was cold-blooded.
What the hell did you just... See you guys tomorrow.
Half-assed Morning Show. 93X.
You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled with Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
Everyone knows the legend of D.B. Cooper, but what if I told you there's an even better story out there? One with multiple aircraft hijackings, prison escapes, and so many twists and turns. I'm talking about the hit podcast American Skyjacker, which is now an action-packed documentary coming to theaters and streaming this fall. Find out more at www.americanskyjacker.com and listen to the bonus episode of the podcast on October 7th. American Skyjacker. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
93X, the home of the half-assed morning show.
Oh, it's been a hell of a deal so far. We got a little ways to go yet, but it's been a hell of a deal. We are being the 93X half-assed morning show. It's a celebration today. It's what they call here National Internet Day. Ooh, how we all love that internet. Some of us can't get enough of the internet. Some of us have been made to go absolutely insane because of the internet. It's a sickness. But it's had its moments. You've heard people speak, Cubby, of something or another. You've heard people say, breaking the internet.
Yeah, something broke the internet. It broke the internet.
Where all the 8th graders and the fully grown dorks all click on the same thing and the system just gives way. Here comes the first responders and the fire trucks, and they have to. Here's the news stories and videos and such that have upped and broke the godless internet. Okay? When did they start this nightmare? When did we first have access to the internet? Anyone have the answer to that?
Well, like, I remember it becoming kind of more popular for me in the 90s, and I know it started way before that.
Right, it kind of started becoming in homes in the 90s, I think.
Like early 90s.
Yeah.
Here are the news stories. So quite a stretch of time.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you exactly when, but the first time I heard about email, I think it was my junior or senior year of high school. I watched a whole news report.
Friggin' high school, huh?
Yeah, like Channel 4 did a news report on it.
Emails.
And it took me a while. I'm like, electronic mail? What are they talking about here?
In our elementary school, we had one computer in the library that was hooked up to the internet, and students were not allowed to go anywhere near that priceless piece of technology.
Well, we had, I'm sure, same as you, Nick, we had typewriters. And we had to learn how to use like whiteout and use a typewriter in our typing class.
You guys are so old for that.
I know. We didn't have calculators. It was an abacus, Ashley.
I was terrible.
We used a sundial to tell time.
I flunked the typewriting class. I never showed up.
Writing a paragraph sucked, Ashley, because we'd have to just chisel tablets. Took forever.
We had like 2 computers in my kindergarten classroom where you could like play little games on it, or there was like some word, or I don't know, something that was good for school.
Did they put some kind of a code on there to keep you kids away from the porno?
Oh yeah, you know, kindergartners and their porn.
Well, the big thing when I was in middle school is everybody's like, go to whitehouse.com. They'll think you're trying to do some research or something, but whitehouse.com at the time of the 90s was a porn site.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No way. Everybody knows it's .gov, right? I think.
Yes, the official website for the White House is .gov, but .com you'd see some naked ladies.
I gotta go whitehouse.com.
So it's been around for 30 years or so. The godless, soulless, and wildly misinformed internet. Here are the news stories and videos and such that went ahead and broke the whole thing down. Tell me where you go with these, one way or another. Will you do that for me? Tell me what you think of these, or if you remember any damn thing about it. Kim Kardashian broke the internet with something called her paper magazine cover.
That's the one where she was spraying champagne up and over her head, and the champagne was landing in a glass that was clenched by her butt cheeks.
Yep. I remember that very vividly.
Naked butt cheeks?
I think they were naked butt cheeks.
I'd like to see that.
Yes.
Was that supposed to say people? Is that a typo?
It says here paper magazine cover. I don't know.
There's a paper magazine? I haven't heard of that one.
Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, it looks like there is a paper magazine.
Broke the internet with her big bottom. I can believe that. The dress debate broke the internet. Is it blue and black, or is it white and gold? It divided the planet. Relationships ended. Fist fights cut loose.
Yeah, that was weird.
I was at a party where people were screaming at each other.
Oh, yeah, people were oddly upset over
I
it. I
know.
kind of miss when those were the arguments online.
Right? Yeah, and
as silly as it seemed at the time.
Such more innocent and pure time.
I think it ended up depending on like what kind of lighting you were looking at it in, what your phone brightness was on.
This was 10 years ago, the dress debate, and I remember you bringing it up on the radio show, Josh. Different people saw a different color on that dress. We just talked about this a few days ago. Another moment that broke the internet. Will Smith slapping the living hell out of Chris Rock at some type of an award show 3 years ago.
The Oscars.
The Oscars? A live, unscripted moment. Some of you aren't willing to believe that.
That was another thing that people got weirdly passionate about.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Like the angry text messages we would get about that subject in the days after it happened.
Yeah, quite honestly, I didn't care, but it was weird how people got, it's like, all right, it didn't look scripted to any of us.
I don't remember.
And we were trying to figure out, well, why? Why? What was the motivation there?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the weird theories that people had on Will Smith slapping the taste smooth out of Chris Rock's yapper. I don't remember the theories.
Like promotion was part of it. Well, I mean, Will Smith disappeared for a while. I mean,
the man is mentally ill. He slapped another man. That's the end of the story.
He lost gigs over it.
Pokemon Go launch.
That was huge for a while.
I never got into that.
You'd see crowds of people just wandering around staring at their phones trying to capture Pokemon when there would be like a rare one that would show up somewhere.
Oh, yeah. We lived across from a Poke Gym. Yeah. And so we'd have people stop there constantly. Doesn't matter, day or night, all hours of the day or night, you'd see people stopping there.
These are the different news stories and such that have broken the internet. Today's National Internet Day. Pokemon Go, that was the game where everyone's wandering around following their phone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't realize that happened in 2016. It seems like it wasn't that long ago.
I remember kind of being annoyed by that phase because I've always liked Pokemon, and people who used to make fun of me for liking Pokemon were sprinting all over town trying to capture rare Pokemon. I'm like, oh, so now it's cool?
Yes.
Do you still see I see those bumper stickers every once in a while, like I stop for Pikachu or whatever.
That's funny.
Strangely enough, something else we only a few days ago discussed, not knowing that we were creeping up on National Internet Day and we'd be discussing this type of a thing. The death of Mike Jackson broke the internet.
That was such a weird day for me because I was over at my friend's house and I was young, so I didn't really care about Michael Jackson at all. And I remember she was like, all we did all day was watch Michael Jackson YouTube videos, and she was just crying. I was so confused.
He was a different kind of a guy. The Game of Thrones final broke.
Oh, yeah, that pissed people off.
Yeah, people were angry.
Broke the internet. It says here fans were furious, confused, heartbroken all at once, and I guess they had to share this anger and confusion on the internet. What were they upset about? I remember watching the end of the Game of Thrones final.
Just weren't happy with the way it ended.
Didn't like the ending. Okay.
I remember people were posting reaction videos. You know, sometimes you see somebody have a meltdown over the end of a sporting event. People were posting reactions of people getting pissed off over the finale of Game of Thrones.
Taylor Swift and her Eras tour, specifically the Ticketmaster meltdown, and what it says here, many of her fans tried to buy tickets. So many of her fans tried to buy tickets that Ticketmaster literally broke.
I remember Dana and Ashley being pretty frustrated by that. Because
Yeah.
you guys were like waiting by the keyboard for it to open up.
Yeah, I spent like 6-7 hours on the internet that day. And the frustrating part is that you would get to the... I just realized what you did, Josh. You would get to the end of the queue, so you would be next to buy tickets, and then it'd kick you out. And then when you went back in, you'd be like number 300 or 500 in line. And the one time that happened to me, I just bawled my eyes out. And then I logged in, and it I don't know, something weird happened. It glitched, and next thing I know, I was 10th person in line.
You ended up in tears.
Yep.
I tried to buy, I think it was a PS5 or something online.
Sure.
And so I got it in my cart, went to check out, and it was gone.
Yep.
Have you had that happen before?
Absolutely.
That happened twice.
Uh-huh.
By the way, Social Anxiety Jesus texted in to say that Will Smith is making music again, and it's absolutely awful. I can believe that.
Oh, no.
I can believe that.
I used to really like Will Smith a lot. I liked his music.
Oh, I know.
I thought he was a great actor.
When we first...
Well, maybe, you know what I mean by great actor. Very entertaining to watch.
When we first started hanging out 25, 30 years ago, your two favorite people in the entire world were Bruce Willis and Will Smith.
Yeah. If there's a Will in your name, I'm a fan.
He came in studio at a station I worked at in college and was just the most charming, charismatic person you've ever met.
That's what I always thought about. I always thought that too. Like
Well,
he was. Just a cool,
He
cool
was,
guy,
but he
a nice
lost his
guy.
friggin' mind.
Yeah.
He did.
A lot of folks go to Hollywood and lose their friggin' minds. The Ice Bucket Challenge broke the internet 11 years ago.
Never did that.
I was challenged to do it, and I did nothing about it. Kanye West interrupting Taylor at the VMAs. Is Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to let you finish.
Yeah, that's the quote here. I missed it. Kanye West interrupted Taylor Swift at the VMAs for what reason?
He thought the album should have got, or the award that she got should have gone to, I think it was Beyonce.
Yep.
Oh, I would agree with that. I like Beyonce. Janet Jackson's Super Bowl. What's that?
You're in the Beehive.
Am I?
Isn't that her fan club?
Yeah.
Queen Bee?
Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction from 2004.
There's two on this list that have made an impact on my life, meaning things changed afterwards, and this was one. And I know it's the same for you too, Nick. Like, radio changed after that. Everything was way more PG.
Yeah.
I mean, talks about like, hey, don't joke about this, don't joke about that. It was weird how much the landscape changed.
There was such a backlash over Janet Jackson's little left boob. Or maybe it was her right boob, or maybe it was the one in the middle. But there was so much backlash from the general public that our bosses suddenly told us, hey, let's dial it back on the filth a little bit. So, yeah, we did have to alter our approach.
Quite significantly.
Significantly, not for a terribly long time,
it was
but
a few months. But that's
so many people were so greatly offended by this.
It was weird.
I mean, I remember that I thought it was stupid.
Yeah.
I thought it was a dumb bit that they pulled off.
And they came up with wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah, I just thought it was dumb. I thought it was a dumb bit for her to, once her jug came out, then she did the kind of facial expression, and Justin Timberlake kind of looked all cool, and then the lights went down. Like that, they choreographed it, right? I thought that was stupid that they choreographed it. But other than that, so what? A boob jumped out on television. The whole world stopped spinning, and everyone thought, oh, my God, we have to put a stop to all this filth. It was just ridiculous. But anyway, it did break the internet. Oh, and by the way, I missed it. I wasn't watching live when it happened. But I had a party. I remember it very well. I had a party at my house, Super Bowl party. At halftime, I didn't care to watch Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake, even though I do like Janet Jackson. At the time, I didn't care for Justin Timberlake at all until I saw that movie, Josh. Go ahead. It's called what?
Oh, Alpha Dog.
Alpha Dogs, and I like Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, I've become a fan since for that reason, and also the D in the box and stuff like that.
He's funny.
At the time, I didn't care for Justin Timberlake, so I said, well, I'm not going to watch the Super Bowl halftime show. I said to this party full of people at my house, I said, who wants to go upstairs to a different TV and watch Macho Man Randy Savage versus Ricky Steamboat from WrestleMania 3?
Good call.
Yeah. So a few of us went upstairs to watch that classic wrestling match instead of the halftime show. And in the middle of watching the wrestling match, I heard everyone on the main floor of my house go, oh, my God! And I had to rush downstairs, ask them what happened, and they said that Janet Jackson's little boobie fell out. Josh, a few of our listeners have texted in to say that they first became familiar with your mother by scouring the internet.
Oh, man.
I'm not even going to acknowledge that with the response.
Do you want to know a couple of the websites where they say they first spotted your mother? Before we even
they
started...
included the websites?
They've got the names of a couple of... Before we even started discussing her on the radio, listeners are saying, well, yeah, I knew about Josh's mother years ago because of the internet.
Well, let me just say this. My son has a basketball game this weekend. She's missing because she's volunteering at church. She's a Catholic her entire life, donates a lot of money to charity, volunteers her time, things like that. Almost became a nun. But go ahead with these comments.
She's been what her entire life?
She's been a Catholic her entire life.
A Catholic. That's interesting.
Devoted Catholic.
One of the websites that a listener says they first spotted your mom is a website called CatholicCake.com.
Is that a real thing? I'm scared to Google that.
And the other website is how you say it, where they spotted your mother. 5 feet of furries?
She's 4'11". Joke's on you. Okay, I got to look that up. Catholic Cake.
Tell me if you recognize anybody on Catholic Cake.
God dang it, there she is.
Told you. We've been discussing on National Internet Day the stories that broke the internet. Everybody rushed to their computer all at once so they could masturbate, or whatever the case. The stories that broke the internet. Where'd we leave off? Okay, Paris Hilton's sex tape.
That was a big one.
Never watched it.
Everybody's trying. A lot of computer viruses back in the day that were achieved by trying to download that video.
Now, that's not her official porn, right? One Night in Paris?
I think, no, that video, after it leaked, she says, well, I might as well make some money off of it, then release it on DVD.
Oh, so it is that one,
Yeah.
just gotcha.
It's the same one. I watched it.
I was too young for that.
It's how do you say it? When a guy wants to walk around the woods in the dark, he puts on
night vision.
It's like a night vision type scene.
Yeah.
You'd have to see it to understand. It's been years. Britney Spears, when she had her meltdown in the year 2007.
Oh, yeah. Shaved head. And
poor girl.
I love her.
Is that when she flashed the beef getting into a...
What?
Like a limo or something like that?
Yeah.
Is that the same year?
That was like a trend for a while. I remember like Lindsay Lohan and Paris Hilton. It happened to them too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. getting out of car, not wearing undies, and the paparazzi snapping photos of them, and there's some beef shots.
Gosh, the paparazzi are so disgusting.
I missed all that.
I wish they'd stop following you around, Ashley.
I know.
Annoying.
It's getting out of hand.
The beef shots. I was unaware. Thanks a lot, pals. The dancing baby GIF broke the internet way back in 1996. This must have been I don't know the dancing baby.
Was that was that a commercial?
I think so, yeah.
And then I guess I'm not sure.
Tom Cruise jumping on Oprah's couch during her television show. Now
that was silly.
That I do remember.
That was weird.
He came completely uncorked on the Oprah program and was jumping up and down on her couch because of something.
He was excited about a relationship, maybe?
Katie Holmes.
Yeah, it was Katie Holmes.
How long did he stick around with, when my wife met Tom Cruise, and no, it wasn't in the Brainerd Lakes area, because he does not have any property anywhere near Brainerd. There are some people who believe it. My wife, when she met Tom, how do you say
Cruise?
his name? I believe it was in Chicago, and she met him with that Katie Holmes lady, so they must have been married for a while.
Yeah, they were. They had a kid together.
They did have a child together. The hamster dance, Josh, broke the internet. It was an endless loop of a dancing hamster to a Disney song. Well, a Disney song. Did you spend any time with that one?
No, I remember it was like late 90s maybe when that came out. I remember people watching. I saw a couple seconds of it, but...
People are texting in as we discuss videos that broke the internet. They're wondering what about Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson Lee? Their video. That
was like barely an internet at that time, right? I know, like, people certainly was on the internet, but I saw on the documentary where they talked about it. I thought it was just like really tough to get, and
that must be the case.
I mean, I'm sure since then it's been searched millions of times.
Right. I think you're probably correct. I don't think the internet was such a thing at the time, so there weren't that many people charging at that video all at once. 2 girls, 1 cup. I don't know. Yeah, that was hot for a while. It did not make this report.
Never even seen it, but I'm grossed out.
2 girls, 1 cup.
I don't think I've seen it either. I've just seen the reaction video.
That's all I've seen, and that was enough. And a South Park.
Oh.
That was pretty funny.
So to some of you, you've got some great videos here. You're mentioning some great all-time popular videos. It did not make the report. There's nothing I can do about that.
Another big one I remember that didn't make the list was the night that we got Bin Laden. That was a big night. Everybody was celebrating on the internet that night.
Yeah, I remember that night very well.
One that did make the list was the Leave Britney Alone guy. And that I mentioned there was 2 on this list that changed things for me. That one did because my last name's Bitney, and so everyone was like, leave Bitney alone. I thought at one time, when Britney Spears said, I'm Britney bitch, I thought about changing it to I'm Bitney bitch and just annoying people by playing it after everything I said. Every comment I make, I just said, I'm Bitney bitch right afterwards.
I got a buddy.
Yeah, that leave Britney alone thing, I still get that 20 years later.
I got a buddy who could commiserate with you. His last name is Fox, so when that What Does the Fox Say video came out, he's like, yeah, the song, I get it.
Yeah, that broke the internet too.
All right, the Leave Britney Alone character, was that an actor or something?
I don't know. Was he an influencer? I don't know what he was. People knew who he was.
Yeah, I think he was just a passionate Britney fan, from what I remember.
Exactly.
And finally, in this report of videos and such that broke the internet, I hate this bit because it was everywhere, and I didn't find it amusing at all. Charlie bit my finger.
Oh, I thought it was very amusing.
That's so cute. That's one of the first things I remember about the internet was that whole situation.
Charlie was a jerk to his brother.
They're English, and I don't like the English. And everyone's texting in, what about Gangnam Style? Sorry it didn't miss it.
I hated that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it just annoyed the heck out of me for some reason.
I mean, I could see why, but I thought it was pretty entertaining.
What about this? What about that? The friggin' internet. What's it going to do next, Josh? Any predictions?
Implode.
Yeah, it'll implode.
And the world somehow.
It's dividing, folks.
The aliens. Oh,
yeah, today's the day. They say the aliens are coming today.
A lot of the things on this list made me reminisce and miss the days when the internet was just whimsical and fun.
Yeah, right. When people got whipped up whether or not a hot dog was a sandwich.
Right.
Things like that. Like those were the biggest arguments that were going around. Far less serious. Best of luck to marathon runner Jesus. He's headed out to run the New York City Marathon tomorrow. The last of 6 major marathons he wants to run. He's got a group of over 30 people headed out to watch.
What are you doing?
That's just doing too much.
And he said it's going to be electric, epic, amazing, or, quote, any other adjective that would annoy Nick. I think those are a few good ones. Have an awesome Wednesday, everybody.
Half-assed morning show. 93X.
You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled with Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals, of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.